What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Rideshare Garage. It is Wednesday night, 9 o'clock on the East Coast, 6 o'clock out there where the hurricane or the tropical storm or the pool overflowed out there in LA and the world came down to an end. I don't know. I heard Van Nuys had some gutter damage, but I don't know. We'll those guys in a little bit.
A few gutter damage.
A little bit of gutter damage, okay. First thing I need to know, though, before we even get started with anything, anybody that's in the chat, let me know if you guys are able to read the chat that's going on and make sure it's coming up on the side of your screen. All right, we would appreciate it. Outside of that, tonight I got my guy, King Steven, aka Black Vinny.
Black Vinny.
I just shook my whole desk with that. Oh, that one. There you go. I got Black Vinny in the house, right? Also known as the Unbroken Driver. Just below him, I got Omar. Omar's with us tonight. Omar, sympathies to you, my friend. Hope everything is working out good for you. Bright days are always ahead of us, never behind us.
Yeah.
So we got Omar with us. We got the Driven Dad. Tony is in the house tonight. We got Tony in the house. He's on a ride right now, so he's muted out, but he can hear us. And then just below them, I got to do this. If I don't do this, I'm gonna feel terrible, guys. I got a package yesterday, bro. I got a package yesterday. Oh my god! And so now I'm gonna show you what it means to look good wearing a hat. Okay, I'm gonna show you what it look. I'm gonna make this hat look good, unlike some of my friends. Hold on.
Hey, King Steven, you're coming in like a little blurry.
Now I have a gig with it hat. I now have a gig with it hat. Let's see if I can bring it up there.
A lot more than the hat.
But we got the hat right now, okay? Mr. Gig with it over there. We got the hat going on. All right. I want everybody to be able to see it. Gig with it. Let me tell you something. This is a very, very nice hat. It feels very good. Easy to adjust. I want to thank my man Kyle. He not only sent me a hat, though, he also sent me a really good T-shirt and a very, very nice hoodie. And so, in the coming videos, I'm gonna have on that shirt and that hoodie. So thank you, sir. We appreciate it. Anybody interested in their gear? This is not a promo. This is just straight up honesty. He's got some really, really nice stuff on his website. It's called the website is gigwithit.com. I'll put it in the description. If you guys go in there and you purchase anything, use Vinny Cuz as the code, and you're going to get a percentage off. And that percentage will not be coming back to me. That percentage will go to the driver fund that we talked about that they've got set up.
The promo code is Vinny Cuz, one word.
Vinny Cuz, VINNYKUZZ in the promo code, and all proceeds will go to that fund. So we appreciate you. Also,
Kyle, you get 4 stars, Carl. 4 stars because of your model. If it wasn't for that person who's modeling it right now, you'd get 5 stars.
You know what? I just caught on. He's talking about me. He's talking about me. I can't.
I thought he was talking about someone on my website.
I can't win around here, man. I can't win, bro. That's okay though. It's all right.
I know we got somebody late joining us. Somebody's late.
I wasn't late. I've been in the chat. I just got put on late.
So let me shout out to everybody in the chat real quick. Rideshare Lisa is in the house. Commuter Branch, Japes, Melvin, my man Mel, Bucky Buck, Buddha is in the house.
Buddha, man.
Hey, Buddha.
Buddha's on fire, bro.
Yeah,
I got to
make money. We're gonna get into that with him tonight. We definitely.
Ever since Buddha got his Tesla, man, that guy's been like working nonstop. He's like a little Energizer bunny, man, like nonstop. And
I mean, that's the thing, though, right? That if you're making the money, you got to go make the money, right?
Hey, Vinny, he got a taste of that
subscribe, Buddha.
He got a taste of the black game, so.
Oh, he got his Lux Black game on. He's got Lux Black on.
Yep.
Telling you, don't make
He's
the order.
hitting all the events now.
Yeah, so it's
Don't
like,
make me order this car tonight. Don't make me order it tonight. I'm trying to wait till next week. I want to
yeah,
wait.
and it's crazy, you know. It's like all of a sudden you don't want to. It's like, man, what was I doing with my life all this time?
All right. So now we got Driven with Omar. Obviously, we got WeZoom, aka Mr. Gig With It, gigwithit.com. Right? He's out of LA. If you don't know, Omar's out of Fort Lauderdale. Steven's out of LA. I'm out of Fort Lauderdale. In the lower corner with the nice shiny dome.
Real hurricane country.
And he's got the shiny dome and the Bahamian shirt going on, you know, with the little gold chain flexing down there. That would be Ron from the Rideshare Culture. And tonight, Ron is going to talk to us and tell us about so far his experiences with InDrive. If you guys aren't aware of what
Oh,
InDrive is,
InDrive.
they
Okay.
are a new ride sharing app. They are here in the Miami market, which does cover Miami, Fort Lauderdale, West Palm, same as Uber and Lyft, right, Ron? Still the same coverage area, right?
Coverage area. Yes, it is.
And so he's going to tell us about his what he's been seeing, what he hasn't been seeing, what he's done, what he hasn't done. I think it's best just to hear it from the guy who's actually doing it, to know about that whole program there. And then Eddie will be joining us shortly. He's got some stuff going on with his daughter. So, without further ado, I'm all over the place, y'all. Listen, I want to talk about InDrive. So, Ron, the floor is yours. I'm going to bring you up on the big screen, and we're here to hear you right now, buddy.
No problem. Let me ask. Did you? I know I sent screenshots to y'all on the group. Did you happen to download them by any chance?
I do have the screenshots. Yeah, I can. Yeah, go. Yeah, give me a minute.
I'm gonna explain, and then when you could pull them up after. But basically, so I am excited about this new app, and the reason why that I'm excited about it is just because now you have the ability to bid against. You kind of control the price. There's a recommended price, but you kind of like set the dollar amount that you're comfortable with. Um, I'm excited about it now. Of course, my feelings could change because the same way with Uber, I was excited about Uber when they came in 2014, and of course now Uber and Lyft, of course, we know their shenanigans. But basically, I signed up on August 15th, and I just got approved today. Last night, I messaged the support team, and let me tell you exactly what he said. Basically, and I could tell that, of course, they're from a different country. Very nice. They call me sir all the time. He kept saying sir. I was like, all right, cool. Thank you for being nice. But he checked my documents, and he was saying that the document team was checking it, and it was a high volume of applications. Now, I sent Vinny over some screenshots.
I'm downloading
When
it now.
Vinny gets a chance, you'll see the layout of how it works. So I was getting requests while I was at the dealership. I was waiting because I was at my job. I was waiting for a vehicle of ours at the dealership, and I just turned it on to see what request I was getting in. Their user interface, of course, is way different than Uber. They don't show you the map in front of you like how Lyft and Uber does. They only show you the map when it's from point A to point B. So for those who don't live in Miami, InDrive has been they've offered $150 to those who want to wrap their car or their back door green with the lettering save on longer rides, and then of course the front doors will say InDrive. It is hot out here. I did speak to a guy 2 days ago who is currently driving for InDrive himself. He likes it for the most part. For me, to be upfront with you guys, I haven't taken a trip yet because I just got approved today. I cannot drive it because I cannot drive it in Tesla because I put my Nissan Pathfinder on there. But as you can see on the display there, you can see how there says ride request, new request. They tell you up front that driver paid for tolls, but the price of the fare has the tolls already inside. But if you, I don't know if you're able to zoom in more, Vinny, like one of the photos, maybe that could show you the different pricing.
So here's the one. Here's the one for your tolls. Okay, that's the one for your tolls. Here's one here that looked like it was going. It was hard for me to make out, but it looks like it was like 2 miles, 8 minutes for like $6. And then let me adjust this down. Hold on a second. Let me bring that down there. Give me 1 second, y'all. I'm gonna bring this up a little better. Now let's see. We're gonna have to keep it like this. There we go. I'm gonna cut this chat out for a minute so I can make the screen bigger. There you go. So you can see here, Ron. This is one here that you had. You could accept the trip for $6 because, from what I understand, they suggest what they think the ride should pay, and then it's up between you and the passenger to decide what you're going to settle for.
So that's one part, and then the other part is that $6 that you saw could be a bid that the passenger put up front. So it's either or. So either the passenger said, "Okay, I'll do the recommended $6 price," or it could have been maybe even lower recommended, or it would be that the passenger put in $6. And then what you would do as the driver, because it's not only going to me, it's going to other drivers in that area that's nearby. You could then offer your fare. Well, let's look at this one. This one's 178 to the Miami International Airport, $20, $2 a mile, $1 a minute. I mean, it kind of breaks that down for you. I mean, and they even put great deal to try to let you accept it. You know what I mean? Especially, and it tells you if it's a new user or not. I mean, that's another thing too. That's a good benefit to a driver to get more information on their screen. But then look at your offer fare. You have 3 options: 22, 24, 26. You can edit the option if you want. The offer, you can edit it too. I know that from what I read, you cannot go. So, for example, depending on your vehicle, since I have a Nissan Pathfinder, which qualifies for Comfort XL, like that's their main ride type, I could only go up by $15 from the $20. I can't go above that. But if I had a Chevrolet Suburban, I can go more than $15 because the Chevrolet Suburban, the name of that ride type is Premium XL. So
See, now, when I looked on the app, because I told everybody last week, I thought about it for a hot second, and then I decided not to do it. By the way, everybody that's coming into the chat, we'll get with you in a few minutes. We're trying to show these screenshots, but welcome to the show. We appreciate you being here. When I looked when I was signing up, it showed me sedan and XL were the only 2 ride types. So you're saying now that they have premier ride types, they've already thrown in more ride types?
As a customer, and maybe I should have sent you the screenshot as a customer. So when you request, it's going to show you a list of cars and people. So it'll say Vinny and the car you have, Cadillac XT6, and then it would be Premium XL. But on the front page before you request, yes, it would have car and then XL. It will only have those 2 options. So and I see where he's going to, because I listened to him. I listened to the operations director. I really forget his name on the Rideshare guy, the podcast.
Right, last week, yeah.
And he was like, give him 2 options, make it simple. Because in the beginning, when I first downloaded the app in the end of July, it didn't have those 2 options yet. You literally just send out your offer, and it could be a Suburban, it could be an Escalade, it could be a Corolla, and they were all offering around the same price.
Right.
But now he's giving you options at this moment. So this is literally today, guys. I just got approved today to drive. I haven't picked up any trips. I was just showing Vinny and the guys and the girls.
Seems like the standard is like a $2 a mile, huh?
So also the email I got was at the end of December, starting January 2024, and I think he did talk about it. They will take a 10% from the fare. So whatever fare you put out there or accept, they'll take 10% from that. And they've been doing that from the email I got. They've been doing that for a long time, since 2012, for what I read. So
InDrive, eventually they're going to take a 10%, whatever the fare is. So on this trip here, if you took it for the $38, they're going to take $3.80 from you. That's going to be their service fee.
I thought it was like a flat monthly fee. No.
Well, I mean, maybe for the rider.
There's no payment. There's no payment to use the app. Right now, the promotion they have right now for drivers. And by the way, the next market I believe is going to be Boston, Massachusetts. I think it's going to be Boston. But right now, for the Miami market, as it drop until December 31st, 2023, you get 100% the fare. So that's $38. If I accepted it, I would get $38. That's the promotion right there.
So what is after promotional fee?
Say it again.
What is the after the promotional period? What's their take?
10%. So
10%.
January 2024, they're gonna take. They're gonna start.
Way
taking
better than
10%.
Lyft and Uber.
Yeah,
And the thing is, they've been doing this consistently for the past since they started. From the email I got, they haven't done 15, 20. Now he said that there's like a 10.3, 11% in there somewhere, but from my understanding, they haven't been going like how Uber and Lyft has been.
Yeah, but see,
60.
this is what I'm concerned with too. Is what's the insurance? Like, are you running under? Are you going to be driving under the InDrive insurance, or are you driving under your own insurance?
Well, and here's the InDrive insurance.
Have
And
they?
And I know he did discuss that on the Show Me the Money Club.
Yeah, I didn't see the whole thing. So,
Yeah.
what's the deal there? Is it still the same type of?
It's the same type.
Just like Uber and Lyft.
The way that when I read it is the same type. When I was looking through the contract, that it will be like period 1, 2, and 3.
Wow.
Okay.
And of course, it's still suggested that if you want to get your own insurance, get rideshare insurance. If you want to get,
what's going to be interesting is how can InDrive come in, right, and offer the exact same services as Uber and Lyft, but at such a reduced insurance rate. And the reason why I say reduced insurance rate is because if they're only taking 10%, let's just say right now, if they were taking 10%, there's not a driver on the road that would say, okay, take 10%, no problem. Because the other gaps are getting us for 50 and 60%, right? How the hell are they going to cover insurance costs? In that math don't make sense. Either that math don't make sense, or the other two companies' math ain't making sense. But somebody's lying. Somebody's math is messed up here.
I think, to be honest, I think in the future that they're going to up that 10%, because I don't get it. I don't get it either. I know that they have it in other countries where they've had that 10% around that number to take away from the driver. But we're in the States now. They're in the States. And, I know he talked about on the So Me the Money Club that they were going to announce another market. I will guess, and I would say I feel like I'm 80% there, that they're going to open up in Boston.
No, but okay. So, Vinny, think about this. Let's say that these guys end up going down the road and start charging 30, 40%. Okay? Let's just say. Even if they did 30 to 40%, the fact that you have the ability to kick back a price that you are willing to drive, I think that's worth it. I still would change. You know what I mean? Even if they said they take 30, 40, because of that flexibility, like I'm going to do drives, that's going to be worth it to me. Right? So obviously right now they're trying to get drivers. So they got this probably crazy discount. They're taking losses because right now they're trying to get drivers, right?
Well, it kind of sounds like they're going down the same road Uber and Lyft did, right?
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, even if they do end up taking same as Lyft and Uber, I like InDrive by the fact that I could basically negotiate my price.
The only thing, and I agree with you with that. I agree with you there. The only thing where I would have, I guess, where I would be a little more reserved about it is like what Ron just said, right? They're going to throw this out to 4 or 5 different drivers in the area, or however many drivers are going to ship it out to. So what's to say that everybody, okay, let's say it goes to 5 different drivers. Well, 4 of the drivers say except for 38, and one says one for 42. Is that the base minimum that ride's going to be is $38? I guess is what I'm trying to say. They can't undercut each other.
Well, I think it's like this one, like on the screen, right? It says except for 38. So I think whoever accepts it first is going to get it.
I would think as
I
long
think
as
so
they're
too.
being as
Right?
long as
It
they're
goes
being
out to 4
transparent.
drivers. First driver that take it at 38 is going to get it, unless he gets kicked back with somebody and let's say 42, right? And the rider says, all right, I'll take 42, and he accepts, then done, right?
And I
I
think
would
what will
think.
probably happen is it's going to be up to whether how long the individual is willing to wait. So let's take that scenario and put it in like an event, like let's say Taylor Swift's performing at one of your concert halls. It's like, okay, well, I can either try to wait it out, and some of these wait times are 2 hours on Uber and Lyft, or I can pay more to get out of here because the ride's readily available.
All right, hold on. Let me bring up a comment I just noticed here. Brandon Diaz. He says, I don't know how much I can believe about this InDrive app. They advertised to me the minimum fare would be $15. And today my first offer I saw came in at 13. Well, that's kind of wild because look, Ron and Brandon, if you can hear us, if you can see the screen, right? We've got we got one here that was at $9. One that was at $20. We had one here that was at $6. So, Ron, did you hear anything about a minimum fare on any rides at all?
So he has to put some context to that. We have to know like the mileage, how long it was. Also, that means that if it was recommended at the 15, and the offer went to 13, that means that the passenger must have moved something, must have changed it. They might have changed it, but I mean, I haven't seen anything like that. I would like to see if I would like to see it on my end. If I talk to some more
Right.
InDrive drivers, I want to point this out when it comes to these offers as well. Also, guys, they also get to see the car and the person that's picking them up. Because in my video that I made, I talked about that there could be some, people could be choosy. That could be some discrimination against a guy or a lady.
Well, you know what though? But but you know what? That's already a possibility on the apps now when you're doing rideshare, because if they can see your face, they can see my face, and if they got some type of hang up, we'll just say a hang up, then
Yep.
they can turn around.
I've had that happen.
Anyway.
Which I understand, but what I'm saying is this. Let's go a little deeper. Is that they can now be like, well, if it's a lady, that the lady driver, she could charge more than the recommended price, and she would actually get that, right? If it's a woman passenger, I'm just saying that example, because with Uber, if they see my face and be like, oh, I don't want this guy, I actually want a lady. If they cancel on me and then request again, okay, they might get a lady, but the price may be whatever the same. You know what I mean? So that's why I was saying as far as in how that thing works, because then also the car, they can see the car. If they know cars, if they say,
now that
ooh,
I can see the discrimination.
oh, it's a Cadillac,
Yeah.
but the Cadillac is going for $3 more than the price I put in. I'll go with the Cadillac with Vinny rather than go with Ron with the Nissan Pathfinder. So
Right.
Well,
I hope they wouldn't do that to you, because you're a sexy son bitch over there. So I would think that smile and that dome would
listen. I saw some pictures on there that was coming through on the app. I was like, all right, hold on, wait a minute. I gotta change my profile picture now. I need to put me in this and put a little, put a little nice background of the beach or something like that to try to entice people to pick me as their driver.
Just go with the Kango, bro. Just go with the Kango. You cannot lose with the Kango, bro.
Man.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, Kango is the old school pop.
like a more open shirt.
Yeah, man. Hey, nice gold chain right.
Let's come out. Listen, by the way, real quick, SoFlo wants to know: does InDrive app surge during events? Have they talked to you guys anything about that? Before you answer that question, let me give a big shout out to Craig Trey. We appreciate you. We know you're gang.
Show a little cleavage. Come on, Ron. What's going on here, dog?
So, what did they say to you guys about surge?
I don't have any information on that. I don't have anything that's in my email that talks about.
I mean, in my opinion, there is going to be no surge. It's just going to be all negotiated between the drivers.
Yeah, right? but they set the suggested rate. So in other words, it's like the stock market, Kyle. They're the market maker.
Snapchat time. Wow.
They're the market maker. So they're gonna, if the ride is just for argument's sake, right? For debate's sake, not argument, debate's sake. Say the ride's going 10 miles. It's paying $20. That's what the app is saying that they suggest the ride should be at $20. Now the rider can come in and say, well, I'm willing to pay 18, and they can offer that up. And then the driver can come back and say, well, you know what? I'll do it for 22 or 23. Right? So they're making the market. There's the difference I see between InDrive and Uber Lyft would be they're giving you a starting place for the rider and driver to negotiate.
Yeah.
Whereas
I think that's a good thing though. That
yeah, no, I think
eliminates so much of the
really
time, right? You
No,
don't want to like
that's a really
start from
good thing.
$1.
That's a really good thing. That's a
I
really
would,
good
I
thing.
mean, I would assume that the recommended price would have some type of surge, would have a higher price to be, you know, more lucrative.
Like look at like all the prices that you showed.
Property.
Looks like the base standard price is $2 a mile.
Well, no, because there's one over here. There's one in here that's $1 a mile. Hold on. There was one here that was $1 a mile. Yeah, right here. So the
And that
$38
might-
one.
Well, that might be because of the amount of the
Oh, this
fare.
guy was traveling. This was a long distance ride.
Yeah.
Too.
So that could
This
be
was
it.
going
But
from way down here in Miami to way up here next to Sawgrass Mills Mall. So, it's approximately 38 miles. Is where, it'd be about 38
And
miles.
here's the other thing too. So I also checked the Uber passenger app. So that same trip at that time, and it wasn't surging on my phone, nor did it say fares are higher than usual. Was charging me as a passenger at $48
wow.
on Uber X.
Wow.
So we're
And if you think about what the driver would get from that,
right. Well, we're getting some people in that have been doing some InDrive rides down here. Here's Gary Ross's. He did an XL ride. Brickell to Las Olas was, pardon me, $62.
but
Yeah,
XL,
I'd be interested in like
That's a good ride.
that's wow.
That's a
So
good
like the
ride.
Rideshare Culture did, right? I like to like do some comparison, right? Like as we get more into it, like we should compare. Like he got 62. Like how much would this ride been if it was on an Uber or Lyft, right?
Well, I mean, I tell you what, and Omar can attest to this, and I know Ron can attest to this. An XL ride on the average day from Brickell to Las Olas, not counting traffic, not during rush hour. Okay, we got to stipulate that. Would probably right now, the way they're lowballing, anywhere from $45 to maybe $52, $53.
That's
No.
for the passenger.
No, it's been lower.
You think it's lower?
It's been lower. Trust me.
Oh,
So with that being said, it's kind of like, 62. If $62 is the number, that's a damn good number, y'all.
Yeah.
Well, I would say, Vinny, we're kind of going back in time a little bit because that's what it used to be. So I personally would like more than 62, but it's better than what we're getting from the app. So it's like,
Well, according to this, you'll have that opportunity though.
yeah.
So say if that ride that Gary's talking about comes through, say it's on the screen, right? Thank you, Gary, for that, by the way. So say it says 62, right? And you offer your fare at 66, 70, 72.
80.
So there you go. Now that's where you're good. That's where the negotiation comes in, right? That's what we're talking about here.
Yeah.
So,
And then how many negotiations are you able to have at the same time as well? Are you able to click off of one and move over to another?
Oh, and then also this particular one, this guy right here actually canceled it. So when I went to go, because I wanted to see how it was to accept it for the 38. So as soon as I hit accept 30 for $38, he canceled. So I know, that could be a thing as well. Maybe he saw cars.
You did the Uno reverse card.
Okay, hold on a minute. I think we need to bring this up here, Bucky, because Bucky's that
I
guy.
think that makes sense.
Bucky is on Google. He's doing his deal right now, and he's saying that in no event shall InDrive be liable to you or anyone for any direct, indirect, punitive, economic, future, special, exemplary, incidental, consequential, or other damages or losses of any type or of kind. Hold on, there's more, including but not limited to personal injury, emotional stress. Wait a minute, where's that at?
Oh, they actually have that.
And loss of data, goods, revenue, profits, use, or
Life.
economic advantage. So
Oh, they left life out of there. All right.
Hey, they didn't leave. They left a life out of it.
Yeah.
so
Oh, so you can
again,
go
this
after
is
him for
where
that one.
this is where at the end of the day, it can look good, it can sound good, but the proof is always going to be in the pudding. So until somebody can clarify the insurance, like in writing or something that you can go before the court if there's an issue, that would be the one. That's the one thing that would hang out to me. Now, here, Gary's talking. Let's see, Gary Ross. What else is he saying here? He's saying most InDrive rides are garbage. Don't pay enough. I don't know, Gary. I'm going to go with what he's saying because I'm not seeing the rides. Ron, you're going to be our guy, bro. You're the Rideshare Garage InDrive guy.
So
I know you will be out there humping them. Omar, didn't you say you signed up as well?
yeah, I did. I just checked it right now. It's still in the background check. Another buddy of mine said he signed up for it as well. I'm gonna. Well, I'm not gonna text him right now. Maybe I'll text him tomorrow and see if he's still waiting for the background check. I have a question though.
Okay.
For Ron, is there gonna be a limitation to the amount of cars that could be on the road at any given time?
Interesting.
That's a great question. I don't have any info on that. From what I read,
I mean, I
I
think
don't
it's
have
too
any
early to
information on
tell.
that.
It's there's definitely early on. So I think right now they're just trying to get drivers.
Okay, because this sounds
this
sounds promising, but it also sounds like we're just reinventing the wheel, and we're gonna have all the same issues that we have with Uber and Lyft. So, I think that if they were smart about staying in business and staying profitable, they'll work with us so that this doesn't get out of control like Uber and Lyft is. Because Uber and Lyft is just
I'm wondering how they're able to.
The country manager or that guy Adam, he came from Lyft. He was a regional director from Lyft.
Okay.
why am I not surprised?
I'm like, oh, man, I wish they got
isn't that
somebody
the way
from
that
outside,
Travis
but-
started, right? Isn't that the way Travis started? He was tired of taxis, right? I mean, somebody's tired of something,
Hey, you
Right.
solve a problem. That's how you make money.
I mean,
Yeah,
how
well,
they able to
you
have
know-
these vehicles on without. So what kind of insurance is this? How are they legally able to do this without the commercial layer, to operate as a business and having people's personal vehicles out on the road? I mean, obviously some kind of loopholes were made for Uber and Lyft to begin with, and they started out doing it all illegally. But
Yeah.
Yeah, and
so
most
now
of
at
these
this
people's personal insurance is not going to cover these rideshare incidents. So the
Mhm.
drivers are going to be screwed if anything happens.
yeah.
Well, and so at the end of the day, that's what to me, and Ron, like I said, Ron's our guy. Omar, if he gets approved, he'll be able to find out. You're gonna have to find out
Hey,
about the insurance.
there's a flip side to this, though, right? And because I like to take risks, there's a flip side to this. If the insurance isn't great, maybe it'll scare some drivers, and we won't have too many drivers. We have too many doing Lyft and Uber.
I was just thinking.
But then
that.
again, you already
you
know
took
that
the
there's
words,
plenty
you
of
took the words
people.
out of my mouth, Omar. Yep.
You already got plenty of drivers that are willing to drive without having rideshare coverage on their plans. So those same people will probably drive on that platform, which is a
Well-
bulk of the drivers.
If listen, at the end of the day, if they're driving legally, even if it's the bare minimum of what they are
Mhm.
required to have,
Legally but uncovered.
then those cars ain't coming off the road. So back to Omar's question, and Bucky, thank you, sir. I'm trying to keep up with everything you're putting up with the losses. So I hope I'm not scrolling through it too quick. At the end of the day, I mean, listen, if you're not covered, if they're not covering you, I don't see how you do the business. Because if you're going to go now for a company that, again, like I said, they're the market maker, right? They're setting the suggested price. That's where you guys are going to start from, right? That shit there ain't going to cover commercial insurance. And if InDrive doesn't have the required state commercial insurance to cover you and your car and your passengers, your rideshare insurance ain't going to mean shit. Because remember, all rideshare insurance is supplemental. It's not your primary. It's supplemental. So it's like a third layer of insurance. You guys do realize that, right? That's what rideshare insurance is. It's a third layer of protection.
Well, I want to thank Florida for beta testing this for us.
Let us be the punching bag.
Oh, the main thing I'm
not
thinking is how
listen,
your company will be like, oh, you didn't get
this is the one, Rennie. Okay, this is the one right here. Okay, not the middle, but the one. You know what you know what
Hey, listen, I'm really looking forward to seeing what Ron comes up with. I know Ron. Ron's a hustler, bro. Y'all don't realize this dude he ain't got no problem driving to Jacksonville from here to go visit Cray Cray, go give her a high five, catch rides all the way up, give her a high five, and catch rides all the way back, and come back and give me a high five. That's Ron. Ron will do that. He goes everywhere and drives. So it'll be interesting. Hopefully next week we'll have a little more information. We can see some of these receipts. I got another question for you. The one question ain't nobody asked yet. How do you get paid?
What do you mean, like direct deposit?
Nobody answered that question last week either on Show Me the Money Club.
When you say how do we get paid? You mean like when you get you mean like through your debit card? Is that what you mean?
Some bitch, how you get paid?
You gotta
wait 8 weeks. You gotta wait 2 weeks.
Oh no, you wait every Tuesday. Every Tuesday.
Okay, so every Tuesday, you is when you catch your check.
Every Tuesday it goes directly.
And then which way do they pay you?
That direct deposit account number, routing number.
Okay.
I don't see an option. I haven't seen an option for express pay like how Uber has it. Like
for King Stephen, they'll pay you in Bitcoin.
I don't accept Bitcoin.
Oh, they could pay me in Bitcoin.
I don't accept Bitcoin. I accept XRP.
Oh, you know what?
So you know what? My next question, Ron.
If you know, you know.
Yeah.
Ron, once you complete the ride, say you did the ride for $38, are they going to have the option to still tip you afterwards?
I have not seen, because I haven't done a completed passenger trip to see the back end on that or to see that front end.
Okay.
I not also through the emails I'm getting, I haven't seen anything that said tip. And I'm going to say this now. I don't think that may be a tipping option if you have a bidding selection. Like if your way of
I'm
you
looking
take
at
one for the
looking at
King
your
ride and
picture here.
do a download the passenger app and take a ride. And then
I have the passenger. So the app
you haven't taken a ride, right?
It's one app. It's not. It's only one app. By the way, let you know. You can do
right, but you haven't taken a ride, right? So you
I haven't taken a ride yet. No. And here's so the thing is, I work 9 to 5, and when I notice the bulk of the drivers, because I can see them on the map when you move the pinpoint around, they're in Miami, South Beach, and they're like Hialeah area, and they're during like between the hours of 10 and 4 in the afternoon. After that, I don't even see a lot of drivers on the road at that time. And I work after 5 o'clock. I mean, I get off.
I like you can see the other drivers. That's cool.
I'm gonna try Saturday. So here's the goal. Saturday, I'm gonna try to do an InDrive as a passenger.
Yeah.
See how that works out. Communicate to you guys.
Was this the application you were talking about last week, or is this a different one? Because I was gonna ask you, is there rides coming in at all hours, or are there rides only at certain hours?
No, the rides are all hours. I'm just saying.
Oh, okay, so it's a different app. Yeah.
Wait, what do you mean about a different app? What are you talking about?
I think you were talking about a different app last week, and you were saying that you talked to somebody, and they were saying that there's no requests after a certain time.
Oh, that's just because I believe that it's not big yet. I don't think it's because it's 24-hour app.
Was it the same app?
Right now, I can go online right now if I wanted to. So if I hit the little, I'm on green right now. I don't know if you can see that.
Was that InDrive you were talking about last week?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So we'll see. I mean, because it comes down to, again, events. If there's a huge event and they don't let out until 2:00 in the morning, I'm pretty sure you're going to get rides from InDrive on that at that point, especially when you got people complaining about how they can't get a Uber or Lyft, or their driver's taking too long to come and they cancel on you while you're like literally a block away from them.
SoFlo had asked, do you need commercial insurance for InDrive? You do not need commercial insurance for InDrive.
Well, we don't know.
No, here's the reason. The reason I'm saying that is because I would assume that they would have said, "Hey, I need commercial insurance," right? When they
At least they're
ask
not
you that,
requiring it.
Yeah, they wouldn't let you join without having.
I would have to like show
whatever.
proof.
Hey.
I have it.
What is required
So-
to drive with them? Not.
We have a we got a
Apparently
guy.
a car. That's
We got
it.
we got a guy on our Discord that uses InDrive. He's you know a friend of mine and Vinny's. So, but he's been using it, and I just went on the passenger mode here, and I see cars around me. At least I think I
you're
see
in
cars.
Hollywood, right? You're in Hollywood.
Yeah. I think I see cars.
I see them.
Well, they're
I was in
everywhere.
Palm Beach. I was in Palm Beach 2 days ago. There were 4 cars in Palm Beach.
when navigating the app, can and you move to a different area, can you only see the cars that are actually around you directly, or can when you navigate to other parts of the map, will it populate
You
the
can
cars?
navigate to other parts of the app with the pinpoint. Yes. So let's say
Will it pop up the vehicles that are there?
Oh, you mean like the name of the cars or something like that?
Not
No.
the name, just like will it pop?
Like how
Like,
many cars?
It'll show green cars.
so it will show the cars in the area. Okay,
Yeah, and
because
also
that's
where they
different
are.
than because with the Uber and Lyft, the only way to do that is to go to the passenger app to see all that. So
But then
Hey.
what Uber did, they shrunk it down to only 6 cars around you. That could be way more cars.
No, it's
Right.
8 cars. It's still 8
8
cars.
cars
It's still
now?
8. It's still 8. It's always been 8.
I thought it was 6 when I counted. Okay.
No, we used to have the gang of 8. Remember?
Thought it went down
Oh.
to 6.
So I have an answer to a question that was asked before because it says it right here. I'm reading InDrive XL cars for big companies of up to 6 passengers, and then at the bottom here, recommended fares depend on pickup point and traffic may rise due to high demands. We were asking about that.
The surge.
Yeah, that's going to be the other thing we're going to need to find out is how are they surging? So, you know, it's going
Does not include waiting fees. It says.
So
That
they're
means,
going to add.
that means you mofos better be ready to go.
Yep.
Oh, if there's no waiting
So-
fees, bro, you listen. Well, see, now that's the other thing, Ron. Okay, so you accept this ride for
The
30
low ball on the ride. Mhm.
You go pick them up. How long you got to wait before you can cancel the trip and still get paid? Get a collection fee.
I don't think there's a cancellation fee. I did not see that. Did you see that, Omar, when you went through the process?
Mm-mm.
No, I'm
didn't see
just
it.
looking
I
at
see
there's
you-
like a little icon next to InDrive, and then it says InDrive XL, and there's a little icon, and then you click on that icon. It looks like a little eye, like a small eye, and it gives you like a little bit of a pop up here. But that's all I'm seeing. And then there's options on the bottom says comment to the driver, and actually more than 3 passengers, and it's like an option that you turn on or off. Wheelchair accessible car, or foldable accessible device, or car seat. It gives you 4 like options for a car if you're looking for that, I guess.
Well, so we're not too sure on the insurance. We're
Okay,
not
so
too
Gary,
sure on the surge. We're not too sure on cancellation fees. We're not too sure on waiting time. Damn, Ron, you're gonna be busy this week.
I
bro.
got a busy time to check this thing out.
I'm gonna send you an outline.
And
Hey,
we're not
listen,
talking about InDrive.
But
If-
Gary,
if I get a-
Ron,
That's
Listen,
what you remembered all
If
that.
I
at a
get
time,
if
one
I
at
get
a
approved for this, I'm definitely going to be experimenting as well as much
there's
as I
a lot
can.
of. Hey, you know what else? You know the most cars I've seen on there is an Infiniti QX60. I see
Of
a
course.
lot of Infiniti QX60s and
Gary-
Suburbans on
And-
InDrive.
Yeah,
So
and
Gary's-
I'm starting to get the California thing where people always say, "Why do I always get a Prius? Why do I always get a QX60?"
Oh,
I'm starting to get that now. Like I'm like, oh boy.
Wait, that's not a California thing. No, I never got that.
I've gotten it plenty of times over here. Oh, thank goodness it's not a Prius.
Yeah, that's definitely not. That was what was his name? That was Brandon that would talk about that. That's not a California thing.
So, Steven, you were gonna say something about Gary?
Oh, Gary said you see nothing till a request comes in, no surge. They do charge waiting fees. He's saying so.
Okay.
He's
Dude,
he's saying.
There is it's like it showed the car show up as little green like like a car icon with a green circle around it, and there is a whole bunch at Fort Lauderdale Airport.
So then, Gary, what about cancellation fees? You know, Gary, let us know if you know anything about if there's a cancellation fee.
There's a lot of cars around me. This is concerning.
Yeah, I think the next
Everybody and their
move for
brother's gonna sign up, bro.
them- I mean,
yeah.
they want to move away from Uber. They want to or use Uber as the back end.
And especially if you feel like you can control your income better, then why not try it?
Holy crap! There are a ton of cars around me.
Because I mean, if you're a suburban, if you're a suburban, and you see this fare coming for 38, you're gonna hope that this person is somebody who's going to maybe accept your fare of $50. They may want that. They may say, okay, I know about a suburban, and that's where, do they know what a Nissan Pathfinder is? I don't know if a lot of people know about that car, but I believe people know about an Escalade. They know about the name Cadillac. They know Toyota. Toyota would be on the lower end. Tesla. I haven't seen a Tesla yet wrapped, nor have I seen it on the screen. I mean, that would be, kind of crazy if they did. But
All right, guys, the answers are all right here in the app. So, okay, so starting at the top here, longer rides are our thing. Save money on longer rides if you want to go to the airport or to the suburbs. Minimum price $5 in Miami. Okay, go down. How do you request a ride? Enter a pick-up point, blah, 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 blah. And then it says right here, you need to add your debit card, blah, 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 blah. Go down to choose your driver, rating, ride history, car, time of arrival. And then it says, don't forget to rate your driver. Leave a tip. So there's a tipping option here. That's what it's showing in the app. And it says you get 2 minutes of free wait time. It says passengers have 2 minutes of free waiting time. Please do not cancel the ride once your driver has confirmed. Frequent cancellations may lead to your account being blocked. That sounds more like a message to the passenger versus the driver.
Mm-hmm. All right, Gary. You don't have to. Everything don't have to be in caps, my friend. We don't have
Gary's
to be
like,
in caps. Not everything.
not sure if the cats are feeling.
Lowercase.
Did you wait for the port cruise? Gary, you have been very helpful in this journey. Gary.
Yeah, Gary's been good, bro. Gary's
on an old cell phone, like an old Blueberry, and the shift button is stuck down.
Vinny, do you work the port cruise? I do occasionally. I did Saturday. Actually, I wound up doing I got a ride out of the port from Port Everglades to Port Everglades to the Fort Lauderdale Airport. Rematch from the airport to the Port of Miami to Royal Caribbean of all freaking places.
Ooh.
Right? Yeah, that was
Terminal A. Got to go in the garage, Vinny.
We hate that.
Well, no, there wasn't no going anywhere, brother. Trust me on this. Okay, that shit was worse than any event I've ever been at. And then while I was there, while I'm getting ready to drop them off, I get rematched to come bring people all the way back to Aventura. So it was a nice little three-way there, three-way that don't get me beat up. It was pretty good. Yeah, three-way don't get my head punched.
Three-way the safe way. Right.
Yeah. So yeah, every now and then. All right. So what else is going on, man? Hey, we're gonna hold off. We're gonna let Ron figure out what's going on and how all this is gonna operate. InDrive seems to have some benefits. But I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see between Ron and Omar and Gary and maybe Nicholas. I saw Nicholas in the chat too. Everybody wants to know about it. Here it is. So go for it. Feel free. We'll bring you on the show next week. Reach out to me if you get on InDrive and you've got some you get some rides in. Hey, feel free. Email me vinnycuz@gmail.com. And we'll bring you on the show because lots of people across the country would like to know more about it. Yeah, and talking to the CEO and talking to us, well, I think you're going to take us a little more serious than that. Ron, the one last question I did want to ask you, brother. How much are they offering you to wrap your doors on your truck?
$150 for the month, for each month.
And you got to keep it wrapped. Keep the doors wrapped. They pay for the wrap? Because I almost got sideswiped again by one of these InDrive people. And when I looked at their little sedan, little goddamn Toyota Corolla piece of shit, okay, because it was on the goddamn phone instead of paying attention, right?
You want one of these, Vinny?
Oh my god, bro!
Now the bidding thing while driving is dangerous. There are going to be people looking at the price. Like, no, I want more.
Oh, hell no.
They're sitting
Hell
there like
no.
they're holding a pizza, having a conversation. You know,
Oh,
and
no.
it's like, they're doing da 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 da. What the? Anyway, my point is, not only did they have the doors on the InDrive all over the doors, they had Uber and Lyft stickers in the
Yep.
windows as well. So
Yeah.
now, think about this, bro. If you're doing Uber and Lyft and InDrive, you got your doors wrapped. Every time you go pick up an Uber, you're advertising for
Yeah.
InDrive.
But I think I believe that is what I think this
I
Adam
don't think
guy
Uber will
knew,
let you do it either way.
you know, I think he knew what he was
Uber
getting
can't
into.
stop you.
I think he knows that, okay,
Yeah, they said no decal, no like you can't have too many colors on your doors. Technically, you're
Yeah.
not supposed to have any kind of decals on your car. It's in the
Oh,
Yeah,
that
bro,
was
but
you know that
they-
rapid,
yeah,
rapid
but
fire-
You
Uber-
think if an inspector or somebody complains, your car could be removed for it. So
yeah,
But
but
we have rapid fire. Wasn't that
hold on.
let me tell you, not in LA, not in Miami, bro.
Not in Florida, because we don't have inspections.
oh,
You guys-
see,
you got
okay, that's
inspections
different.
in
We,
I
Colorado.
yeah,
think
we
that's
got
why he
inspection.
started in
I think
Miami.
in Bucky in Texas, do you guys still have inspections out there in Texas?
No.
Because we ain't got them here. They
We
did
got-
away
we
with
got
that.
rapid fire down here. They wrap these cars and logos and other companies.
Not
You know,
not saying we don't have cars with bumpers hanging off and dragging and whatnot.
Up in California now.
oh no, we got some duct tape. We got some duct tape Uber cars
Oh,
down
we got-
here, bro. We got some seriously duct tape Uber cars down
You
here.
can't
Bro,
use.
They
Yeah,
got,
I
the
got
color,
four
they got
doors,
the
but you
color
can't.
match. They got the color match duct tape, black on the black cars, red on the red cars.
Yeah, I got four doors, but one's crunched in. You can't open it, so just use the
Yes.
best.
Yes, we've seen that. I've literally seen it. No, come around this way. Come around this way.
Come on the other side. Yeah, you get free air conditioning even when you don't want it.
we have a mutual friend, Omar and I. We have a mutual friend that I swear to God had me rolling one day. I don't know if Ron's ever met Asher, but we were out at the BB&T at the old lot a couple years ago. I think this was actually before the pause. Asher pulls up in his Prius, his red Prius. Ron, when I tell you, his back right behind his freaking rear passenger door, the little plastic fender, he had layers of red duct tape holding that shit on the side of his car. Layers, not one or two strips, layers holding that shit on, and he didn't give a damn. He was just like, "Let's go."
Bro,
Hey,
he
you
would,
wanna get in the
and
car
he
or
would
not?
still leave, and he would still leave there with $100 ride.
Yeah, people
Just
got
didn't care.
in the car.
They just didn't care. And I think that's what you see. I see a lot of. I see.
I love that
guys
guy,
with the
man.
wrap.
That's my dude, man.
Toyota Corollas hanging bumper hanging off with the InDrive logo on the side. So
Oh my god.
See, now this is huge here. What SB is saying out there in California, and I always wondered about here, because here the taxis got to be certain colors, right? They are regulated by the counties. They got to be certain colors.
certain
So-
yellow, that ugly yellow taxi color. Ooh.
Well, no, because there's white taxis too, white with blue doors. You know, it's got to be an opposing.
Well, that's another thing that they don't let us do here. You can't have taxi colors.
Right. But here it's saying some airports don't allow wrapped advertising on rideshare cars. I've never seen that. That would be interesting. I've never seen that. So
So I want to show this
Might
image.
be
I saw this car driving down the freeway in SoCal. Now tell me how this thing is legal with Uber and Lyft.
well, we have cars like that here in Miami with the car top.
I don't know if you can read what it says on the side.
CCP. Oh wow, goodness sake!
CP lies, people. Oh my God.
I
I'm
mean,
like, how
mean,
did they even get away with this in the car?
That's free speech.
They
That's-
look
that's
like
free
magnets.
speech. That's like having a Donald Trump sticker or a Joe Biden sticker on the
Yeah,
car.
but this is
Yeah,
obviously a
same.
Uber.
Man, they
or
don't want you to
Lyft.
have stickers or decals or anything. At least here.
Yeah, I
Again,
see.
someone would have to like really report this and have a stick
Yeah.
up their ass with this person.
Bet
And
somebody
you,
will.
you don't
Somebody will
see
report
it.
that.
Right? Like,
You
can you
don't see it,
imagine
and I'll-
you're ready for a ride and this car pulls
Yeah,
up
some-
to you?
Yeah, you would have to cancel and report them, and most of the time, people are gonna go. I mean, people just want free rides, especially like
much
my
work.
experiences down here. They just want free rides, so they don't care.
Yeah,
Some
just to
Karen's
take the
gonna
ride
come and be
first
like-
and then report.
Oof.
And I can tell you this from an enforcement standpoint, this is really gonna frustrate Vinny, and I understand why. I was at the airport a couple of weeks ago picking up my my aunt, and there was a guy that kept circling and asking, "Hey, do you need a ride?" And then he pulled over. This guy had the gall to pull over, got out of his minivan, and he's just walking everybody saying, "You need a ride." Total creep fest. And then as I'm getting ready to leave the airport, one of the airport people came to me and said, "Hey, listen, you can't be parked there." I was there for like a half hour. I couldn't believe it. Like normally at Fort Lauderdale, it's quick. They enforce it real fast now. I was sitting there for a long time until somebody came up to me, and then she went back inside to her little booth drinking her coffee.
Yeah.
And I went to her and I said, "Hey, listen, there's a guy out here, doing good things." She's like, "Oh, just tell him no."
See,
Yeah, they don't force it. They don't enforce that.
that's
I've
what
seen
kills
that.
me, bro.
So she came outside to bug me about moving, and I said, "Hey, listen." And I was loading up my aunt was still getting her bag with her grandchild, so I was loading the grandkid in the car. I was like, "Hey, I'm my little cousin's getting in the car." "Oh, okay." And then she went back inside the little booth. She's drinking coffee inside the little room. And you could see the room, Rennie, when you're walking in the terminal and
Right.
inside. And like it was to my left. There's a door there where they were, but I didn't see any cameras. I don't know what they weren't looking at anything. So it's like they come out every so often just to enforce something. But like when I said, "Hey, listen, there's somebody out here kind of doing a thing." Yeah, just ignore. Just tell them no. Tell them no. That was her response to me. And she was like, "Oh, I'll be back. I'll be out there in like a minute or two." Let me
Bro,
finish.
there was one time I had just pulled up in front. It was with a private deal, right? It wasn't a Uber or Lyft ride. Pulled up right in front, and as soon as I pulled up in front, the guy's standing there watching me as I pull up. I pull up to the curb. As soon as I pull up, this guy's up to me. "Okay, you got to move. You got to move." I said, what do you want me to do? Have him jump in the windows while I'm moving? Like some of these people, I don't know how they get these jobs, bro.
Yeah.
They have zero understanding of how to move traffic in a crowded location. Zero. And you already know that airport's dangerous. In case y'all didn't know, Fort Lauderdale Airport is the most dangerous airport in Florida. If you didn't know, you're liable
I
to
didn't
walk
know that. Now I know.
shooting. You walk into a shooting, and if you're on Spirit Airlines, you're likely to be in a melee, a gang fight. Look at YouTube. It's about 5 or 6 different times when the Spirit employees and the passengers get into a big ass fight. Wham, 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 wham. I'm just saying. Fort Lauderdale is dangerous as it is. Anyway,
Where's
what else is
Steven?
going on?
Did we lose Steven?
No, Steve.
I'm here.
Oh, okay, my bad. You know what? My screen is acting up. Steve, so how was are you guys rebuilding strong in Cali, or what's going on? I'm actually genuinely curious,
Hey, WeZoom's
All
out
right,
here
hold on. Ron, we appreciate you stopping by tonight, brother. I know you got to get to your telephone and make your love calls. Looks like another.
You know who I text and she didn't text me back? You know who I text, and this is why I was wearing this for.
Bro, I ain't got
I was
that.
wearing this for-
Here we go.
Here, bro.
Oh,
No,
boy.
get up out of here, bro. You ain't getting us in trouble. We're Team Key all the way, bro. We are
You what?
Team Key all the way. We are
You what?
Team Key all the way.
What?
That's all I'm saying. All right. Hey, Ron, thanks for the info. Look, we're gonna be looking for that stuff next week. So
All right, so this Saturday I'll take an InDrive trip, see how that work out.
yeah, take like 3 of them, so we got a sample size. If
Oh,
you're
look
in my
who-
neighborhood,
look
I'll
who
order
text
a ride
me.
if you're in my neighborhood.
Look, I was gonna call you. I was gonna call. Okay.
No. All right, Ron. Have a good night, buddy.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I had to, bro. We're not getting into that on this. No.
Drama.
This ain't Dr. Phil. We ain't doing Dr. Phil. Say you good night. See you later, Ron. See you later, Ron. Oh, we can't even hear him, so I might as well just kick him to the curb. All right. Hey, big shout out to Ron. We appreciate Ron coming through tonight. Oh my God. Oh, so what were you guys talking about? Steven's water.
California is underwater.
Yeah,
California.
how was your hurricane experience out there?
I mean, I stayed inside the whole time, and a bunch of the rain happened while it was in the middle of the night, so big deal.
Oh, you didn't drive?
No, come on.
No,
Steven.
I don't have my car.
Right.
Mhm.
We gotta get Buddha on here because I think Buddha was nonstop, bro. Oh wait, WeZoom, you're out there too, right?
Yeah,
You're out
there.
I
Yeah,
didn't drive. No, I stayed home.
I was watching the app.
No
Bro,
surge.
Omar, what is wrong with these guys? They're afraid of a little water. These
Well,
guys
I mean,
would
come
not
on.
make
They
in
made it
Florida.
sound like
When-
this is a once in a century event.
Yeah.
Yo, I got a short on my YouTube. I got a short on my YouTube that shows the water damn near at my door level on my QX60 in Miami while I was waiting for people in the Eastern Conference Finals.
I didn't have that problem. Yeah.
Hey, everybody from South Florida, everybody from Florida out there, y'all give WeZoom and King Steven here a little bit of shit. Give them some shit because they can't handle the rain, bro. They cannot handle the rain.
When have you heard me not drive? Wait a minute. Yeah. I've never said that I wouldn't drive in the rain. even when it was raining buckets, the only person that said that they wouldn't drive in the rain, if I'm not mistaken, was Jeff. Nobody else.
Did it surge or what? Like what or no?
As I was seeing actual Lux Black rides coming in. So I was actually surprised. Lux Black rides and Lux rides were coming in. I was like, man, if I had my car. LA had a little bit of boss.
GoPro hit him with the wow.
We had a guy in the Discord. He was like, I can't believe people are ordering Ubers and Lyft in a hurricane. We're like, bro.
Allergic to water? What?
He's like,
Tesla has a flotation device.
He's like, nothing should be open during a hurricane. I'm like, bro, everything in Florida is open during a hurricane. Are you kidding me?
Listen, Rizzo, my buddy Rizzo down here, when we got that big rain, when Fort Lauderdale was flooded out for 2 days, right? You remember that, Omar?
Yeah.
That day he drove. He's got a QX60. That day he drove all day and into the night. Do you know what he made that night?
Oh, he had to make 1,000 easy.
He cleared $1,000.
He had to make 1,000 easy.
That day,
I was getting Lux Black XL requests from my house, Vinny, and I was dealing with flooding in. I was dealing with water getting in my house. Otherwise, I'd have been driving too. I was getting Black XL requests from where I'm sitting right now, and I was just like, oh.
Do you have a higher foundation? Do you guys have your houses built on higher foundations?
Some people do, some people don't. I'm on a concrete slab in my house, but what happened was, Steven, that, obviously we're sitting very low to the ground here in South Florida, like where I'm sitting at, it's like 6 feet above sea level, maybe. And what happened was that the rain drains. I'll teach everybody a little lesson about Florida. We have aquifers, which is these spaces underneath the underneath the ground, deep in the ground. They're like wells, and the water drains out into the aquifers. It's really cool. The thing is, though, is that it takes time. And so we had all this rainfall on us in like 12 hours. Like a month of rain fell on us in one day, dude. Like, seriously, it was like an unreal event. The Fort Lauderdale airport was flooded. It was underwater. Now, there's parts of Fort Lauderdale that are very high, but in order to get to the high parts, you needed an Uber boat.
Yeah. Well,
or an Uber yacht, maybe. I don't know. It was bad. It was really bad.
You guys remember the video I put out after that big storm? Because I went out and drove the next day. It was like a $400 day, something like that for me. But I went out and drove the next day, and going down Bayview Drive between Oakland and Sunrise. So for us, if you're out east, when it floods, you do not go east. Stay the hell away from the east side of the state. The closer you get to that coast, the more you're going to need a canoe and a little 5-horsepower trolling motor to get your car, because a lot of cars get stuck. Bro, that BMW, there was a little BMW. I'm coming this way. She's coming this way. Next thing I know, the front of her car lifts up and she starts drifting. It's on video. I got it on video. She's just here and it's just coming at you. Next thing you know, you see the car go up.
And the thing is, though, is that you have all this standing water, and you got to use common sense, which isn't so common, to realize that water is probably a lot deeper than I think it is.
100%.
We had cars stalled out everywhere. They were stalled out and they were floating. I had shit in my backyard that was floating. I came outside the next day. I was like, where did my garbage can go?
Well, the other mistake too people make driving in flooded waters or in the waters. Listen, if you're going through it, don't stop.
No.
Don't let off your exhaust. You got to stay on your exhaust. You got to stay on the gas pedal. That doesn't mean you're doing 100 miles an hour. But if you go into that water at 5 miles an hour, you better maintain 5 miles an hour, 6 miles an hour as you're going through. Because once you let off the accelerator, the exhaust sucks back in. Now you're sucking that water into the engine, into the cat and into the engine. Now you really got problems.
Well, it's not just that too. I learned this. I really learned this up close and personal. Water is a mother, man. It is powerful. It will move you. When I was in Miami that one night, I was like, holy crap. Me and a guy in a Suburban behind me, we were rocking. We were rocking like a boat in the water whenever another boat passes by it. I mean, holy crap. And it's the same thing like what Vinny's saying. If you slow down and then maybe you don't realize how powerful the current is, all of a sudden your car is going to be steering in a different direction.
Melvin says we're going to get some water wings for our California drivers. No, they just need swimmies, bro. They need swimmies for the car. They can put them on the side view mirrors so that their cars don't sink. It'll float on the swimmies. Oh my God, Aventura. Let's see what SoFlo say. Aventura is really bad in floods. Lots of expensive cars get stuck. Yeah, again, I mean, if you're a driver, you don't mind driving in the rain. Just make sure you got the car to drive in the rain with.
Yeah.
You don't want to be out there in one of these lowered vehicles. I saw plenty of Teslas all jacked up. I saw plenty of Teslas
Aventura is a perfect example of when you F up so badly. It used to just be like marshlands, and then they built on top of it. What do you think is going to happen when you do that, man? And then on top of that, it's one way in, one way out. It's all private island. Disaster.
Pretty bad deal. Pretty bad
Disaster.
deal.
So listen, for you guys in California, what was the worst thing that happened? I mean, was it bad? Was there wind? Was it just like another day?
No, it was less than a rain for us. I thought I was so disappointed. Like literally, we had more rain. Like I think in was it March, right?
Right.
Steven?
It was like that.
Well, you guys,
there was like a zero wind either. That was surprising because I was expecting like a lot of wind, right? And we didn't have that either.
I didn't have that much
a lot
wind.
of weather out there this year, huh? You guys have had snow. Now you've had a hurricane.
And we had an earthquake during that time.
I was going to say, didn't you guys have a 5.5 while it was while the
OJ? I think it was an OJ or something like that.
Yeah,
I didn't feel it.
This is why we live in Florida, bro. This is why we live in Florida. We don't.
I am happy with earthquakes.
We don't have to deal with storms. We don't have to deal with storms.
You know what I was thinking? I was thinking that you might get like some really good long trips coming because people might want to get out of town. Did you guys see any of that?
I wasn't seeing super long trips, so most of them was just people trying to get the same standard 15-minute, 30-minute rides.
Any crazy long lines at the gas stations?
No. Yeah, we didn't have any. Like once it finished raining, which it ended like I want to say 3 to 4 o'clock. Getting up in the morning, I wasn't hearing anybody saying they were stuck. Most people were more afraid of like electrical outages. We're calling like my wife and panicking her, and then she's like, "Oh, we got to make sure everything's charged and everything." I'm like, "No, we don't."
Yeah, this is for SB rides.
Jesus. The Cybertruck is floating. It's floating. Look at that sucker go, man. Oh, I'm with it, bro.
Wow.
I am with it.
That's a Model 3.
That's advertisement for a Tesla right there.
There you go.
All right.
All right, I got all guys. Be safe.
All right, Cal. Appreciate you being here tonight, brother. Thank you again for the gear. Listen, y'all want to check out some of the best gear in the market in the gig economy, go to gigwithit.com. Throw in the code VinnyCuz, get yourself a little discount off of that. And we appreciate you, brother.
Later.
All right, now. Where's Buddha? I see Buddha's in the comments. Buddha, you want to come on and tell everybody how you've been banging it out with the Tesla? What do you want to do, buddy? Give Steven a rip. He'll get you in.
Man, I'm disappointed, man. I was hoping for some like drama here, man, and it's like, no, nothing happened.
Nah, it was a nothing burger.
You know what, Steven? You actually got the real. You just got the real Florida experience because they go to the extreme on the Weather Channel and on the media. Oh, this is. The wind gusts are going to and this and that and meanwhile like us down here are like
we're like okay, all right. Omar, how you doing, buddy? I'm getting ready to wax the car. How you doing?
Yeah, right. Yeah, you know what? I've actually gone outside. I'm like, yo, this is some really good wind and water. It's like a car wash. Okay.
I gotta jump in the pool real quick, man. It's just
it's.
Yeah.
Go outside and have a barbecue, man. It's great weather. It's like, I'm gonna go outside and enjoy this. You see people at the beach surfing right next to the guy that's going like this.
How many times you see the newscasters out there, bro, and they got on the galoshes,
Shirts flopping.
jacket, they got on the freaking goggles, and they're like, you see them doing this shit while they're on the mic. Meanwhile, you got some old lady walking her dog right down the sidewalk right next to them. Hair ain't moving, nothing blowing anywhere. Oh my God.
We're used to this. We're used to it.
Steven, you want to send Buddha the link?
I sent it to his Discord.
Okay, well then that's on Buddha. So what else has been going on? I mean, did you guys hear all about the and I don't know if the Driven Dad's still with us or if he's out there, if he's like,
yeah, I'm here.
You guys hear all about the uproar? Let me ask you guys a question. Let me do it this way. I don't know if I even want to get into this, to be honest. Apparently last week there was a big deal about whether there was, I guess, a glitch on DoorDash. If you had an Android phone, Tony can correct me if I'm wrong, but I guess it was available for the Android phone, not for the Apple phone. And people got all bent out of shape when a couple of guys got busted, or one person got busted with it. And then and then everybody all of a sudden started getting called out because they didn't let the general public know what was going on. Buddha, I muted you down for a minute. Give me a second. I'll bring your mic back up in a minute. I don't know. Did you guys hear about this? Because apparently it turned into a big deal that culminated on Sunday night with Pedro DoorDash Santiago. I guess they went after him, and like he was one of the guys they really went after. And he invited everybody on the show. And not one guy got on that show and could prove that he was guilty of doing anything wrong, at least from what I could see. So I don't know. Did you guys hear about it? Do you guys care about this? Does it need anything to you?
I'm confused as to what you're talking about.
So he didn't hear about it. Steven?
I didn't hear anything about it, so I don't want to know.
All right. Tony, you want to touch it? You want to touch on it just to clear the air?
It's a bunch of BS is what it is. Just people trying to. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
Okay. Yeah, it's the first time streaming on this Galaxy Fold. So, the BS is that these guys just want to accuse people of things that they have zero evidence about. The main thing is they try to say that DoorDash and GigTubers have like the secret backdoor deal about having an ability to keep their acceptance rate up through a glitch in the app. Which, if they do, I've never seen any proposal to me as a YouTuber, and I've never heard of any YouTubers talking about it. The people that I know that used this glitch before everybody else blew up the internet with it, none of them were YouTubers. So.
Okay. Well, the thing that got me about it was when I did get a chance to scroll through YouTube, you start seeing channels and that's all they're talking about. And then when they called out, when they got, okay, come prove it. Pedro stood right there and held his ground and nothing was proven. So accusing people of doing shit without having proof is probably not the right thing to do. And I just want to, hopefully that all that now is put to bed. What I'm curious about is the glitch still active? Did you get hold of it and fix the glitch? Or is it still active? And do I need to go sign up for a DoorDash account real quick? I don't know.
You know, the thing is with the glitch that it doesn't make orders appear that don't exist in the first place.
Right.
So it's not like this ultimate savior of your income level. Like, I just don't get it.
Well, all right. Well, I guess that's enough. Yeah, because I was hoping we were gonna have Red on the show tonight too, so that because I know you and Red do a lot of the delivery stuff, and we like having that segment.
I wouldn't say I do a lot of delivery. I just do the ones that come across my DoorDash account as catering order or catering bag required. Outside of that, and then the catering apps that I do, I don't do anything that's little.
Mhm.
Gotcha. So are you on Curry yet?
Yeah, I did my first curry on yesterday actually, and it was like $31 for 12 miles, something like that.
Oh wow. Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember you sending it to me. So how do you feel about Curry? I mean, granted, you only got the one ride in, but
Yeah, so
was the process smooth?
yeah, the process was smooth. Like I went to Sherwin-Williams. I picked up like 8 5-gallon paint drums, put it
Okay.
in the Tesla, drove it down to a new build home, put it in the garage, and took pictures, and I was done.
That was
Wow,
it.
And then I
interesting.
got paid out the same day, no
Interesting.
fees to
Well,
my
Please.
actual bank account.
interesting.
Wow. Hey, Tony. Let me
Yeah.
introduce you to Omar. Omar, this is Tony. Tony, this is Omar. Ask Omar what his last job was.
What was your last job, Omar?
A place I don't want to talk about because I just don't want to talk about it.
What you just did is what he used to do.
Oh, really?
It's funny. I think they still dealing with the same problems. They have a shortage of drivers.
So you used to drive for what, Sherwin-Williams or what?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
okay.
like
Yeah, I seen a driver there loading up a big van.
I went everywhere, and I know I learned a lot about how some of this stuff works, and yeah, and we got to a point where we had this system in place to where it was a lot like Uber and Lyft, where we were going places. Like I would come in, and I never worked inside the store. I came in, I grabbed my stuff, got in my van, and we had like a device, kind of like your phone, and it had a it had a GPS on it, and it had an application. And I was always dealing with a dispatcher. Sherwin Williams is based out of Cleveland, Ohio, so I was dealing with the dispatchers in Cleveland, and they would just send you stuff. So 1 minute I might have to go to Fort Lauderdale, pick up stuff, and then take it to a job site, or I might have to go to, let's say, Aventura and pick up something to take to another store because they need the product that Aventura has. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Sometimes I may have to do a double, like go to a store, pick up the stuff, then take it to another store, and then they would give me something to take to their customer, and then I have to come back there. So I was all over the place sometimes. I did not get paid good, but it was an easy job. It was an easy, low responsibility job. But it was always we were always looked at as the bad guys. The drivers were always looked at as nothing can get done fast enough.
Omar, calm down.
Yeah.
Calm down.
So it got to a point where we couldn't. I guess we weren't meeting the needs. I don't know what the issue was, and they started using under independent contractors. So I didn't know that they were using Curry.
Yeah. So, and the other thing is with Curry, like I think I've got to get like 3 to 5 done, and then I'll unlock a little bit more access to some of the first options. Like Steve will get things in on his phone, and they'll never make it to my phone. Somebody will take it before it gets to me.
I signed up, but it's just telling me right now that it's not available right now, or we have to get more demand, and then blah blah blah.
Yeah. For those of you who don't know who Steve is, he is Rideshare Rodeo. He runs a very, very good podcast, very detailed in what he does. Rideshare Rodeo. You guys can check him out. I'm going to get him on here one day. I want to get him on.
Yeah, he's at the podcast convention right now.
Yeah, he does a good job. I like his stuff. I listen to his stuff sometimes when I'm out driving around, just because he is pretty goddamn detailed, man. He's in it to win it, but probably a little more detailed than most people would hang in for. But I love what he does. Buddha, Eddie.
Look, he got the Tesla sunroof open. Look at him, man.
Bro, that's an all-day roof.
It messes me up, bro. There's still sunlight out there, but it's like it's 10 o'clock over here,
It's only 7.
Eddie, where you been, buddy? Everything okay with you?
Dude, I'm running around.
Hey, Vinny.
Eddie looked like he just got his ass whooped by
A 13-year-old, probably.
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah. Yeah.
And then
Hey, Vinny, real quick.
Hold
He
on.
poured. You gotta go pour a drink, Eddie.
What's that, Tony?
The other thing that glitch gate or whatever you want to call it, like I ended up making around $100 in merchandise sales.
Did you really?
Yeah. Shout out to
I
Cray
better
Cray.
have
She's
my
probably about half of that.
Hey, that's my Listen, Cray is.
Sometimes people start drama and they don't realize, the the unintended consequences.
Yeah,
Well,
for sure.
no, Cray is she's awesome. She is awesome. And you guys know Driven Dad. He's the beardedest driver on the internet. Anyway,
Yeah, now that
That's right.
Geo's not on here anymore, I could say that, I guess.
yeah,
Huh?
bro. Whatever happened to Geo though, man? God,
I think he probably just got tired of YouTube, to be honest.
yeah,
I seen him on what's his name, Bam Bam's channel.
Okay.
When they did like a get together after things opened back up. Somewhere, I don't know where they were, but I seen him on there, so he's still alive.
Well,
But I think he did a lot of Task Rabbit. I don't know if he still does anymore, but
yeah, he was the original 2K a week guy. Before all these
yeah,
he was the original 2K a week guy. Weekend.
he probably stopped because he couldn't really do great content for TaskRabbit, and he is always up in people's grill for doing content on things that they don't do.
Right. So, Buddha, how much money you made today, bro? How you doing out there in the new Tesla Y? We're here.
Dude,
You're doing some Lux Black, bro. You're getting some Lux Black in there, huh?
I just did one right now while watching your live for $70 for like how many miles? Like maybe like less than 5 miles.
All right, so Vinny, you know how you always putting me on timeout? Put this mofo on timeout, bro.
Which one am I putting in timeout? You want me to put Buddha in timeout? Are you
God
jealous?
damn, bro. You
jealous,
man, you
Omar?
better Buddha, you better milk it, bro. Milk that shit, dude, as long as you can, dude. Gosh.
I am, bro. I just got so this ride that I got earlier. Usually it's a 50 to 60, not even 60, like $40 to $50 ride, right?
Okay.
Lux, it's not Lux Black. It paid me $160
How?
for the
Why?
same amount of ride that would have been a $50. I don't know.
Are your
dude,
Lux and Lux
it's
Black
so
on rate card out there?
I don't
Alright,
know.
so-
I don't know what rate card is, dude. I don't know.
Yeah, because out here in Denver, I used to get Lux and Lux Black like that, but now it's cut in half.
Damn, bro.
Buddha, I know
Dude,
Buddha's running on a little
like,
bit of a delay.
and
He's
it's
running on about 4
was
seconds
no
delay. So.
search, too.
Well, so no regrets in buying the Tesla then, right, Buddha?
No, sir. No, sir.
No regrets. You're loving it.
Bro, it's like Coachella, but every day, huh?
Now,
Bro, imagine if I had to drink. Oh my god! Don't even say that, bro.
How many hours are you putting in a day right now, Buddha?
God.
I want Eddie to hear this because Eddie's being lazy. Eddie's becoming a sissy boy when it comes to working now. So I'm just curious, Buddha.
Hey,
how many
I don't
hours-
blame Eddie. I don't blame him.
I'd be putting in 10 to 12 hours.
You hear that, Eddie? Buddha
Is that
said,
it?
10 to 12
Buddha
hours.
said nobody cares. Work harder, bitch.
Is that it?
Shit.
Look,
Look,
just
look
gotta
at Eddie. Eddie turned the light on, bro. It looked like Eddie was in the basement. He's searching for flights to California right now.
Oh, dude, I've been telling everybody in the Discord, dude, that Black Model Y is a cheat code, bro. Literally, just type it in the cheat code.
So did you got the third row in
Literally
there?
cheat
Are
code.
you having problems with XLs yet?
No,
No, he don't have it there.
the third row. I didn't get the third row.
Okay. All right. Well, Eddie, what's popping with you, bro?
But
Oh, so I was actually trying to see, tell Melvin to get his butt over here to Austin. So the rides were good. They're really good. XL rides, premier rides. $30 and up just to go down the road. It looks like there's some conferences going on, but like I guess some upscale conferences. I'm not exactly sure, but all I know is that these clients is just like the rides were really good, and a lot of them were on Uber. So that's why I was not too happy with what I had to do today because I had to stop working. And then on my way back, I turned it on and boom, $27 call going down the road. I was like, oh, I gotta take this. So I took it. Okay. And then I rushed down here to be on the live.
Well, you didn't have to rush for us, bro. We were okay.
Yeah,
I gotta take it. I gotta take it.
I know. I did a Brandon. I click. And I was like, okay, I can do this one. I can do
Tony,
this
I got King Steven, I got Omar, I got Buddha, I had Kyle.
But I've been trying to keep. Well,
it's okay.
I like doing the lives. I like doing the lives.
I know
But
you do, brother.
There's some conferences going on over here in Austin, and I'm trying to keep track of them, but they just they don't tell you what type of conferences they are. They just say conferences, know. And
that's true.
A lot of these companies is just big money companies, and the clients is they just want to excel. They just want to get picked up in an XL, especially in a Cadillac, and they just want to get from point A to point B. So,
all right,
Buddha, you got a question?
Has a question for you. Go ahead, Steven.
Buddha, he says, how many times do you charge each day, Buddha?
1 to 2 times a day.
Jeez.
I usually want to get like the most so I start. So what I like to do, since I have a private every morning, before then I'll finish her ride, and then I'll charge real quick because it's cheap, like less than 30 cents, right? And then I work that all day, and then towards the night I want to wait till like it's off peak again, and then I charge up again. So I always get like cheaper rates.
Yeah. That works. Nothing wrong with that. You gotta take advantage of that. You gotta take advantage of the charge. Let's see.
I don't know how you managed to make it that long.
San Francisco Mach-E driver says barely any Lux Black in South Florida. Lux is rare, but I get a lot of Comfort Electric. Bro, I get an ample amount of Lux Black. I'm still averaging probably one Lux Black XL a week, maybe 3 to 4 Lux Black a week in a slow time. Now that we're picking up, man, that's going to all pick up. I think it's going to all start coming back. The only thing is, if you're driving for InDriver, you ain't going to get that. You ain't going to get that InDriver.
Oh, yeah, I can't finish my InDrive, but I know you guys are talking about InDrive. I can't finish my application.
He's talking about San Francisco. My bad, brother. I messed that up. My bad. Still the same goes down. Buddha, where are you at exactly? You're in LA, right?
No, it's crazy because I have a friend in San Francisco. I live 100 miles away from LA, so I live in the Inland Empire. Is what it is. I'm in a city called Temecula right now, and it's all old money right here. Old money, and the guys that I just picked up. Yeah, they all like, oh yeah, we got the Lux Black. We always get Lux Black out here, and it's really scarce because they have a bunch of people on the golf courses, and they're like, oh yeah, like everybody gets Lux Black here. I was like, what? That's crazy.
That's where you got to be to make your money.
I have a friend in San Francisco. He gets a lot of Lux Black, dude. I don't know. Mach-E driver.
He knows the right position.
Mach driver need to get together and figure it out. I would think.
No, yeah,
he probably doesn't want to share his spots.
I'm out there to try it out. Yeah, my friend that's in SF. He's about to show me the ropes out there, just for a week, and I'll try it out there. But he makes $3,000 a week out there, dude. In his Tesla Model Y. Yeah.
So Bucky wanted to know, and I guess San Fran Mach driver can answer this. Is the Mach-E a Lux Black?
I don't think so. I'll pull it up, but I don't think so. I think it's just Comfort Electric.
He said I'd be pissed if a Mach-E showed up when I ordered Lux Black.
Oh wait, Lux Black. That's Lyft.
That happened to
Actually,
me
I don't
before,
know.
you guys.
What's that?
No, so I'll go to, and I'll see it again, and I grab it, canceled again, and I'm like, these fools probably want like an Escalade or something.
No, I get that happen. I get the same passenger over and over because I think that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to get an Escalade, or they're trying to get a Lincoln.
Well, that does happen.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's no driver too, and so they order Lux Black, try and get you in the area, and then go lower.
Right.
They don't go higher; they go lower.
Well, that's the thing. They're trying to get a Lux Black instead of getting the Lux, instead of getting either a Black XL or getting a Black SUV. So they're trying to get it on the Black rate or the Lux rate,
or they'll order XL, thinking, oh, okay, it's an SUV, so we'll order XL. Yep. People know the game.
Yeah. Where's my other phone?
Well, out there,
It's crazy.
Lux
There's
Black, you don't need commercial insurance for that, do you? For Lux Black, you don't need commercial
No, you
insurance
don't.
out there.
You don't. Not here now.
Ah.
Oh, there it is.
Lux
Tripping.
Black and Lux Black XL, you don't need it. Only for Uber. So you want to do the Uber Black, SUVs, like all that, then you need commercial and TCP and all that.
Gotcha. All right, we just had a little malfunction just go on with the.
Yeah, that's Model Y.
All right, something is going on with the chat overlay.
What is it?
Maybe for Uber you do. You know, it's funny. Certain rules, you ever notice that? Certain rules Uber has, Lyft doesn't, even though it's the exact same thing.
It's so funny, dude.
Exact same thing. All right.
What's the difference between the Mustang Mach-E and the Mustang Mach-E EV?
Huh?
I didn't even know there was two. I'm pulling it up on Lyft. They have the Mustang Mach-E and then they have the Mustang Mach-E EV.
It's probably the same vehicle.
It's
and whatever dipshit was
like
putting in the info, just double put it in.
All right. Do this
Because there is a Mach-E GT, but I don't know.
All right.
Last time I checked, it was Lux.
All right. No. So yeah, it only qualifies for Lux. On Lyft.
Yeah, only for Lux.
Right. That's what I was thinking, Bucky. It's the same car. The Mach-E stands for that. Have you guys seen the 24?
What's the Mach-E?
I have not. What's the 24 Santa Fe? Let's see.
Santa Fe.
I don't know. Richie's
It's a
coming up
Hyundai.
with a Santa Fe.
Yeah, those are XLs. I think they come with the optional third row. Nothing special.
So,
I don't know
Vinny,
why
when are
Richie-
you getting your Model Y?
Bro, we almost pulled the trigger last night.
Damn, Buddha.
We almost ordered it last night.
It's a sore subject, Buddha. Shh.
No, it's not a sore subject.
I'm just kidding.
No,
I'm
it's
just.
not a sore subject.
Oh, so on Uber,
Wanting to get one.
Comfort. It only goes up to Comfort Electric here in Los Angeles.
No, I'll be pulling in. Like I said, it came close to pulling the trigger last night. There's just a couple little things I want to make sure are covered, and then I'm gonna pull that trigger. So the next 2 weeks, I'll be pulling the trigger.
The Santa Fe.
No, look.
The next 2 weeks,
Make
Buddha.
sure you get a discount. Make sure you get the discount though. You don't order it. You look at the inventory. Look at the inventory option and put low to high, and then you'll get all like this one is 48 instead of 51. So you can get a discount on it.
Oh.
So
See, now what I should do is buy it.
Yeah.
What I should do is buy it in California, and then fly my ass out there to take delivery. Because y'all got that.
Hey,
Y'all
would you-
got that big thing
You
out there, don't
should
you?
because
But I think it's where you register it, not where you buy it.
And remember, you still get the tax credit if it's used.
Really? So you mean I could have got the credit?
For the Tesla, you still get a $4,000 credit.
yeah, you could have got a $4,000.
Oh, so then I'm gonna have
$4,000.
to see what I can do to work on that. I have to do it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out how to work that.
Oh wow.
I checked out the Santa Fe. I'm not a fan.
Oh, look at we.
First off, I don't trust Hyundai, so I wouldn't.
Hyundai makes a good vehicle, bro. What are you kidding me? They make a damn good vehicle.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Miss me.
You know
with
what's
the-
crazy?
I'll take it.
I was
Toyota
thinking
Honda
about
over that.
Ioniq 6, bro, or Ioniq 5.
I mean, they have some nice looking cars for sure.
Which car are you guys talking about?
The cheapest one I can find is $50,430 on the Tesla right now, the Model Y.
Oh, surprising!
black
They were in the
Black,
40s.
black interior.
No, there was a
That's the long range.
sports. There was a sports one that I was looking at. It was a sport, black on black, 303 miles, going for 43.
Okay, hold
It was
on.
done 2 days
My
later.
old name was South Florida
A
Lux
sport or
Black,
performance?
San Francisco Lux
Performance.
Black. I have a BMW 5 Series for Lux Black. Since black was rare for me, I made the switch to the Mach-E and save on gas plus the EV bonuses. I remember when you were talking about it,
Mhm.
and so you know. Wait a minute, something's going on there. Yeah, I remember when you were talking about it, bro. And let me ask you a question: do you feel? Are you seeing the benefits of switching to the EV, to the Mach-E in San Francisco? Because that's through the San Francisco. I mean the Ford Drive program, isn't it? That's the way that's working. You had to lease the car for like a year or two or something like that.
Like, and that's the other thing. Buddha makes more than me, and I was driving. I mean,
Buddha-
before I was able to hit Lux Black on a regular basis, but then it got to a point where, I mean, Vinny, you said you get 3 or so Lux Black in a week. I might get 1.
Last week,
I was getting Lux.
Yeah,
I was getting-
Steven, don't get it twisted. We might get a Lux Black request. That don't mean we take the Lux Black request.
I remember somebody when they got their
Oh, no.
QX60. I remember somebody said when he got his QX60, he was like, I will take all Lux Black and all Lux Black. Right? I remember this guy. Right? Richie one will tell you this.
That guy
He's like,
has
I'm
the saying,
taking
no surge, no service, okay? And comment.
He's muted right now. I got him muted now. I ain't gonna put him in timeout, but I'm gonna mute his ass. Because this some bumpkin here sat up there and said when he got his QX60 with his chest out. You hear me? That little bird was flying out. He was like, that's right. I'm a Lux driver now. I'm a Lux Black driver now. Right? I'm gonna take every ride. Omar, what you doing? Sit there. Lux Black, decline. Hell no. Decline. Ain't paying enough. Decline. It's paying $2, $3, $3.50 a mile. And he's like, nah, it ain't enough. It's only a $10 ride for a mile and a half. Not enough. I'm gonna bring you back in now. Go ahead, Omar. You can stand up for yourself now.
Listen, listen, it's not my fault you got low standards, bro.
He got low standards. You know what standards I got? I got get paid standards. God damn it. Let's talk about that.
Mm-hmm.
I got get paid standards. So the
And I was just like Buddha. My first night doing Lux Black XL, like $100 Black XL. My first night, bro.
Yeah,
so that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Buddha, enjoy it, bro. Enjoy it because it
that's what I
goes
got.
away.
Mm-hmm.
bro, I'm telling you, bro. It's like I'm new to it, so I don't. So what I see in the price, because I'm a Uber X driver, right? And I see these prices that are like double and triple it. And don't get it wrong, I declined Lux Black rides too. Don't get it twisted. I'm not stupid.
Plus,
either,
but the
you know?
bonus on that, Buddha, the bonus on that is you got the cheap fuel.
Bro, we got a reputation to keep up, man. You got
that cheap fuel on top of it. That cheap charging. How much it costs you to charge up? It's cheap.
It's like $10
That is
to
now
go
this
all the
dude's got
way.
me looking
Man.
at freaking. Now he's got me looking at Now he's got me looking at freaking cars, man. God damn it.
Ha 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 ha.
Hey,
I'm not even joking, bro. This son of a
hey, Kyle, I'm sorry. I can't do it. I can't. Which one of those cars would you want to own, Kyle? Tell me which one you would actually want to own, and especially in place of, let's say you don't have a Tesla. Which one of which one of the Hyundais would you want?
Oh, Tesla.
y'all better keep
Bro,
talking
I'll
because
get the
now
Ioniq 6,
Yeah,
bro.
EV.
Or the Ioniq.
All right, plus the $150 a week on the bonus.
No, dude, on for truck, I'm dead. Oh, I did. I
4-month
did I
lease
tell you
minimum.
it? I didn't, huh? I saw a convoy of Cybertruck on the freeway, dude.
You saw? Oh, I haven't seen one
now
yet.
you're gonna get Eddie. You're gonna get Eddie all excited. You're gonna get
No,
Eddie all excited.
Look, he's licking his lips. He's ready.
IRL, I seen it. IRL, I have the video. I have a video of it. How do I share the video to you guys?
Eddie all excited. Bro,
Wait, can I share the video with you, Steve?
I'm trying to show a performance
wait,
here.
I can't.
Oh, so the San Francisco, so the Mach-E. You know what, San Francisco, do me a favor, man. Send your info to my email, vinnycuz@gmail.com. And let's bring you on the show next week. Let's give fair play to the Mach-E EV. And you guys, because I mean, is anybody else out there actually talking about this program? I haven't seen many. I'm sure somebody is, but you can bring it to the garage. I'm sure people would be interested.
Nothing that's been
4
worth
month
watching
lease
so
minimum.
far.
Yeah, an EV bonus of 150 a week. Yeah. Why don't you come on the show next week, bro? Let's get you on the show and we can talk about it.
And I'm gonna lie, those Mach-E's look nice, man. They look real nice.
Yeah. I saw somebody at the airport lot with one when they first early on when I got my Tesla.
Right.
But they're gonna run into more problems, at least when it comes to, well, I guess not, because the chargers, the EVgo network is pretty decent. But a lot of the times those EVgo network chargers, they're down or running slower than intended. So it's like, how long are you going to sit here and wait for your car to charge?
Do the Mach-E charge just as fast as the Teslas do?
No, they don't have that full cooling system. I don't think they have that same level of charging. Maybe one level lower.
Because I can charge for in the Tesla, I was able to charge 20 minutes and then, get to work.
Right.
I wonder if the Mach-E does the same thing.
So I used. Remember, I had the what do you call it? The Polestar. I had to use EVgo charging. So you know how in the Tesla you just type in the supercharger and it'll preheat or precondition the battery to get faster speeds. So the same thing goes for those cars. You have to use the in-app navigation so it could preheat the vehicle. But they didn't tell me that. So all the time I was at 350 kilowatt chargers and only getting like 20 kilowatts. Remember that? Remember, Steven, when we were at that one spot and it wasn't giving me the full on charging till we moved to another spot? So you have to use the in-app navigation so it could precondition when you get there and get the full speed that it says.
But we also went to chargers that the charger literally said that it was limited.
Oh,
like
yeah,
it said because it needed to update or some nonsense, and then it's like, okay, well, what?
Damn, Elon Musk is turning everybody into an electrical engineer. What the hell?
He keeps lowering the prices. He keeps lowering the prices, and he keeps catching people's hey, there's 10 more grand, off. So now people, instead of going GM or going freaking VW or something like that, they was like, let me go Tesla.
That man knows what he's
No,
doing.
dude, trust
I wonder how
Teslas.
much. I
That
wonder
man
how
knows what he's
cheap can he
doing.
go.
Everywhere you go now, you see Teslas, and they knocked them. They said this is never gonna work. I mean,
Yep.
Yep. Oh
Well,
man,
I
and they
just
keep
learned-
going
I
after
just
them.
learned something. On a
Not only
21
that.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I apologize.
I was just
can't
gonna
see it,
say,
I'm
not
sorry.
only that, now everybody's trying to get all the companies are switching over to using their charging network.
Yeah,
Like
the same
their
people that are
network is so
criticizing them.
robust, and in like, okay, so from here to San Francisco is a 6-hour drive. They literally have like 3 or 4 different locations for you to charge. So it's like, I'm not gonna go to that church. I'm gonna go to the one. I'm gonna see if I can make it with 10% left.
All right. Well, I wanted to just, everybody's talking about the tax incentive, this, that, and the other, bro. Listen, if you get a 21 Model Y used, you don't get the $7,500 tax deducted.
Oh, okay.
You don't get it. So you might as well buy
Mine's
new
22.
because the 40, I was just looking at them, they're right around 42,000 for a black on black Model Y, no third row. Black on black Model Y used 20 or 21 is about 42,000. You go buy a brand new one for $50K. There's a $7,500 deduction. Boom, you're even. Huh?
I bought mine for 48.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So that to me, it just makes sense to go buy a new. That's all. Good to go. That's all I needed to see. Here's one here, long range dual motor Y, 53,000. Shake it off.
I got a
Take it off.
2022 Tesla Model Y Performance,
It's
44,000.
it's still 15,000 cheaper than what I paid for my truck. At the end of the day, it's still 15,000 cheaper.
But I wonder if
think
that
I would-
$4,000 that you get, if it's used, does it have to come directly from Tesla?
That's what I'm saying, because I bought mine used separate. But somebody was saying that you could still get the incentive even if you didn't buy from it from Tesla.
So it'd be I don't know, but I just
It's
found
all in
out.
your
I forgot who it was
tax
that said it, but it was a $4,000 credit, and I actually looked it up, and I sent it to Vinny too.
Yeah, because I need that. I'll take that 4,000.
Yeah, but it's pretty good. They keep dropping in price. Even the dealers are just dropping their prices on the Teslas.
Yeah.
Excel.
Anyway,
So it looks like sooner
now
or later
that- now
people.
that
I mean,
Buddha got me
I
off
seen that.
my life.
Well, Bucky. No, go ahead, Buddha.
Okay, so a couple of comments here. Bucky's like, Vinny, if you do a lot of XLs, man, it might not be worth getting the pivot unless the truck is really being that much of a pain. My truck's not a pain, bro. My truck she's humming. Bumblebee is humming. I don't have a lot of problems with that. But the thing is to me, with all of this shit that's going on, I still say the pivot is down. And I'll still have my truck for the weekends. But everything that I'm doing now is remember, I don't operate in just one spectrum, right? So I've got 2-3 streams of income right now, and I'm trying to develop a fourth. So the idea is this is my last season doing rideshare. Like come next April, May, I'm done with this shit. Like the Rideshare Garage will be Omar's baby and Steven's baby. It won't be Omar's baby because Omar doesn't know how to have sex, so he can't have a baby. Steven's married now, so he's probably having sex. He could have a baby over there. Okay. This will be his baby. You know what I mean? But for me, like at the end of next season, I want to be done with this shit. Maybe once a month go out. Maybe once a month go out to hit a ride and be like, yep, that's why I quit this shit. So for me, there's a lot more to it than just doing rideshare with the Tesla. I just wanted to point that out.
Randy, Buddha is over in the Inland Empire, but he does come to the LA area sometimes. He's about 100 miles away from LA.
I be thugging it, bro, to make the money.
I want to answer Richie Hustle's question here. He says 0 point in getting a Model Y unless you have the third row. I disagree. There is a big room difference, comfort difference between the Model 3 and the Model Y. The Model 3 is tight. If you're a big guy, if you're my size, 5'10", 220, it's a little tight getting in and out of that thing. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Now, if you're Eddie's size, you still shop in the children's department. You slide right in and out of the Model 3, no problems. Actually, you might need a
Yeah.
step to get in. You might have to
Yeah,
step
but
up
Well,
to Model 3.
And it really
The
depends on what you're saying. Are you
back,
saying that it's are you saying it's not worth getting not getting the Model Y compared to getting the Model 3? Or are you saying it's not worth it to get the Tesla at all? Because the first thing that I would think about is the fuel. If I'm already going to be getting another car anyway, not just to buy one for a rideshare,
at least half.
but I'm planning on buying a car. My fuel cost is a big reason for me to have a some kind of electric car. And there's nothing when you compare any vehicle in the same space in the electric space, nothing compares to a Model Y.
Yeah.
But the fuel is the biggest thing.
Well, here comes my thing on the Model Y, right? You can get the third row just to say you can get XLs. The majority of my XLs are 2 to 4 people and luggage. That's the majority of my XLs. If I'm working the airport, I know it's not going to be more than 4 people with luggage. I can get that into a Model Y. If I'm working the cruise ports, I know it's going to be the majority of it's going to be anywhere between 2 and 4 people and luggage. Should be able to stuff it in. I mean, you never know. Where you run into a problem is like the Thursday, Friday, Saturday night when all these kids want to go from Boca to Del Rey and they're going to go party for the night, or maybe coming down to downtown Fort Lauderdale, him or she partying for the night. You're not getting 6 people in that damn thing, unless you're going to have two tiny people in the very back. There's no
back seats, right? The back seats are not really desirable to sit in. You will get complainers, and for me, I've driven the Model 3 for months, and I've driven the Model Y for months, and I own one. I would never buy a Model 3 for rideshare. Personally, a Model Y is far more comfortable for me to drive.
Can't you get? I thought somebody said they could get XL on the third row. On
you
Uber.
can get XL on Lyft only.
Oh, you can't get it on Uber.
You can't get it on Uber. There's only the car has to have a certain amount of space, and they literally measure this out. It has to have a certain amount of space between the front chair and the back chair, and that's with it fully extended. Like
then Bucky just saved me $3,000.
Yeah,
because it would make no sense to get that third row in the Model Y, but I would enjoy the space and comfort of it.
Yeah, you cannot use that for Uber. You can only use it for Black.
Hero. Bucky's my hero.
I don't know about that. I think it does qualify here in South Florida for XL.
On Uber, I'm telling
in
you,
Denver it doesn't. On Uber,
on Los Angeles, Uber does not qualify. So you'd have to check your own.
And
you know what? I'll check it for you right now.
And on Lyft, you can just say you have a third row and do your weekday stuff, and then use your Bumblebee for the weekend.
I'm with Richie here. I'm XL gang over. Yeah, I'm with Richie. You should always have me. I'm in the minority here, but always have the XL. Always.
I'm gonna have them both. What are you talking about? I'm gonna have them both. Every ride I've given this week. Well, you know what? Let me correct.
You know what?
No, every ride I've given this week, I could have done with the Model Y.
As much as I appreciate the prices in XL,
XL.
I have to compare how much my fuel savings are compared to actually being able to get XL rides and the consistency of XL rides in my market. Now, if you're, I mean, so for me, so far, it seems like I'm winning out in the fuel department against having an XL vehicle and putting that fuel and maintenance. And and that's not even counting the maintenance. That's just the fuel. So I have to disagree with you there. Sorry. I'd rather take passage.
I think people they're partial to what they know. Like I know Richie does a lot of XLs, right? I know what he drives. It's a nice truck too. He drives, he does a lot of XLs and he's making money with it. That's good. When you start getting a taste of the Lux Black, Premier, you start to realize, you know what? And now you're starting to see XLs are not necessarily the bread and butter like they used to be. But Anybody with an SUV is going to tell you they're going to bang out a lot more XLs than anything else.
No, it's not about that, Richie.
What?
It's about the. We're not talking about breakdown costs. We're talking about regular maintenance,
Just regular maintenance.
oil changes. Like I don't have to worry about an oil change.
Driving the wealth is in the house. Hey, brother, how you doing?
The only maintenance that I have to do maybe is windshield wipers and my tires.
Yeah, maintenance is a lot.
Yeah.
Hey, Richie, just the oil change alone, bro. Oil change alone on my truck is $130 a month.
And if you're driving hard and if you're driving hard in rideshare, if you're driving hard in rideshare, if you're putting in the hours, you should be doing oil change if not every month, every couple of weeks. Yeah, every couple of weeks.
Not only that, you know where you see your first savings, Richie? Your gas gets caught right in half.
That's what it's more than half.
It's
more than half.
It's about 70% you save on fuel.
Yeah.
That's what I had. 70%, bro. You can't beat that.
Like the savings on the gas alone. The savings on the gas alone is just it's more than enough.
Go ahead, Buddha.
No, see, also, so I've noticed. I tell everybody this: in my Honda Accord that I gas, times that by 30, that's just $3,000 alone in gas, not including any the maintenance. And I drive my cars hard doing the rideshare thing. Like I got 2,000 miles already on this car, almost 30,000 now. Of how hard I drive it.
Yeah. If you go into the Tesla's website and pull up a car like I just did, compare it. I put in 50,000 miles a year. It'll cost me $2,200 to charge a year at an average of 15 cents a kilowatt hour. It costs me $7,300 in gas to do the same mileage. They have a calculator already built in on the website. That's how they get you. That's how they let you know. So, like I said, I've got more than just one. I got more than one reason to grab the Tesla. But for what I do during the week, for the way my schedule is working out during the week, Tesla's the bomb, bro. I'm sorry, but I'm not getting rid of Bumblebee. Don't get me wrong. I'm gonna scoop right up there, right next to Omar. I'm gonna take all his Lux Black XL rides and leave shared rides, and leave him with those Uber shared rides, and he's gonna like it.
And don't get me wrong, I would love to have a Tesla that could support XL. If the Model X actually had the size, the space needed to qualify for XL on Uber, then that's what I would have bought. But unfortunately, it doesn't. To me, it's not worth buying. There's no XL out there that has the fuel savings for me to be like, oh yeah, okay, it's worth all the rest of the things that I have to deal with that car rather than having my Tesla.
The other side to that though, Steven, too, is you got to realize, again, until you start driving XLs on a regular basis, you realize that XL's pricing, even though they freaking done clipped our nuts, and they're castrating us over here, the XL pricing is the same as Lux pricing and Premier pricing. So you're making decent money.
Not here, it's not.
Well, your XLs be worse than my XLs. Your XLs,
my XLs,
my
XLs, compared to the Luxes, it could be $5 to $10 less. Let's say it's it's a $30 ride on Lux. That's gonna be a $20 or so ride on XL.
Well, maybe your market's different, but then again, you guys got a lot of time issues out there where we got a lot of mileage issues.
Right. And they pay far less for time.
Right. Markets vary. Markets vary, bro. Markets vary.
So that's the same in Denver.
For me.
That's why I took the XL off of my Model Y, because in Denver, it's like you make less money on the XL than you do on the Lux.
100%. That's why they pivot. That's why they upgrade people to XL rather than upgrading them to Lux.
So everything that Richie's saying in the comments, I'm with him. If I was to get a Model Y, I would get the 7-seater. But that's just me. I seem like I'm in the minority here, but I don't want to lose. I don't want to lose that ability to have XLs. I'll deal with whatever headaches come with it, because I'm telling you, for me and how I work, just having that. Sometimes just having that little extra goes a lot of ways. And then
not
also,
against it.
I said this before. You know, you can get the hitch receiver on the back. I might do that and then have like a rack back there for if I decide to work the port or something like that. Because I still do port work. I sometimes have some private clients from the port. So
No, that's 100%, Richie. That's
yeah.
100%.
I mean, our market down here, this market down here is an XL market for sure. So and sometimes, like Vinny said, the majority of my XLs are 4 people, 3 people, 2 people. Lux Black XLs. I can't remember the last time I had a 6-person Lux Black XL. It's 2 people.
Let's just say
I've only had.
let's just say sometimes
I've had a couple, Vinny. I've had a couple.
Let's just say I've had some Lux rides in my. Yeah, let's just say I've had some Lux rides that, yeah, it wasn't 5, it wasn't more than 2 or 3 people, and I was and my car was comfortable enough for that higher platform.
And I'll just say this too: I had an XL the other day I didn't want to take, but because I had a bump on it, and I got a little something extra on the back end, it ended up being a really good ride. That after the ride, I was like, "Oh, damn! It was a good thing I took this ride." So
Hey,
again,
those
sometimes XL can be a lifesaver. It used to be the king when we used to have the multiplier. XL was the effing king, man.
The king.
Oof.
Driving to wealth is like, what's a good car to do Uber? I'm buying a new car soon. I'm not touching that. That's going to open up Pandora's box.
Yeah, I wouldn't buy a new car for Uber and Lyft. Please don't do that. Don't get yourself in any kind of financial.
Some good stuff out there, but yeah, you really gotta think about your market, bro.
Yeah, you got to think about what you're doing with it and yada yada yada. And always that car payment keeps coming, and every state is different.
Right?
How many payments could you afford? Like, think worst case scenario. How many payments could you afford to miss before you have to start looking over your shoulder?
Right.
So
Driving to Wealth is in New Mexico, right?
He's in New Mexico.
Okay.
Because you could easily end up deactivated or not deactivated, but waiting for a background check and not be able to drive for a couple of months, and you still got your payment coming in. So.
Yeah, if your name is Steven.
My motto is pay cash. If you can't pay cash, rent until you can.
True.
Oh my God. Okay. All right. Well, listen, it's 11 o'clock. We're gonna lock this thing up for the night. Eddie was here. That's all he could say is he was actually here. Looks like we lost Buddha. He's out making some money. I want to thank everybody for showing up tonight. Hopefully you guys learned a little something about the InDrive during the first hour. And he saw a Tesla pulled over by a cop and made his day. Boy, Invisible is something else.
What?
The Invisible Ranch is something else.
You know what? If I saw my car with another car inside the 2 door hitting the pillar, then it would make my day too. Where's O?
That's the comment of the night, bro. That is the absolute comment of the night. I saw a Tesla pulled over by. Anyway, hope you guys learned something about InDrive tonight. We'll get Ron back here next week. He'll give us an update and how it's going. Anybody else in the South Florida market? If you want to come on the show next week and talk about InDrive, just hit me up in my Gmail and we'll make the arrangement. Outside of that, Steven, give me a tip of the week, brother. Let's run through this tonight. And
get yourself
a tip of the week.
Get yourself a Tesla. You should, especially if your name is Richie and you hustle, you should definitely have a Tesla in your life.
He could be, hey, Richie gets full autonomous. If he gets full autonomous, then he can do his review videos while he's driving around in the car. Because the jar drives itself.
See, it would save you time.
No, use your referral code, Richie. We got referral codes flying off the handles now. We got like 4 of them here. So just letting you know. All right.
My comment's going to be in connection with what the question about what car you should get. First off, be very careful. You probably don't want to buy a car specifically for rideshare. Make sure you can make your payments without being attached to rideshare. It's extremely important. But as far as vehicles that are going to be the best for you and benefit you the most, it really depends on your market. Some markets are really good for XL. Some markets are really good for high-end rides, and some rides are just people that need to get back and forth, from their day-to-day, from work, taking kids to school and everything like that. On the low, if you're going to just be doing basic rides, then a Prius is going to be great. If you're going to be driving for a bunch of hours, then maybe consider getting something like a Tesla. But if you plan on doing a lot of airport trips or trips at events, then you want something that's XL, can handle XL. There you go.
All right. Tony, you with us or you on a ride, buddy?
I'm here.
All right, buddy. Give us that closing tip.
Yeah, for the new rideshare drivers, maybe once you've got your app available, just start taking screenshots throughout the day, each day of the week, multiple weeks, so you can start to see the patterns of where the surge is supposed to be. So you can kind of plan to be in that area at the times it's going to be surging, so that you're not trying to chase that surge. And pay cash for your car so you can flip it into Uber Fleet and rent it out to somebody.
Uh-oh. There you go.
Hey.
There you go. All right. Omar, what do you got, buddy?
It's been really slow, at least for me down here. And
Yep.
so that can get you, that can really mess your attitude up and just like, oh man, screw this crap. And Vinny, you've announced that you're not going to be doing this anymore, which is surprising to me. So you could, but here's the thing. I see Buddha and I see a couple of guys on the Discord. We have a Discord, so you should join the Discord. It's like a great place where we come together, community. There's another guy that's in St. Louis. He got an XL and he's loving life right now, man. So it's like, I'm living vicariously through you guys. You guys keep my positive mental attitude up. And I know that it's a few more months until things pick up down here, but if something just isn't working, join, our Discord and talk to us, and we all help each other out through there. So we all keep each other, going, so that it doesn't seem like you're out there alone and, oh man, everything sucks,
We laugh about the bad rides. Look at the, we celebrate people's good rides,
Yeah. So I'm living vicariously through you guys in the Discord, and I love it.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Okay. Eddie, what do you got?
Yes, sir. Yep. Just make sure you have your multiple apps. Remember, if Uber and Lyft are not working out, just jump into other ones. Just make sure you have them ready. This way, when things start, they don't start, they start like not working out the way they're supposed to, you have something else to move on to. That's what has been carrying me over, because of the throttling that's been going on with Uber. So,
okay. Mr. OCD just came in with a comment. Steven, according to Uber Greenlight Hub in Mid-City, LA, both Tesla models X and Y, 7-seater only, qualify for Uber XL. I asked 2 different employees Friday, 8/18/23. So yeah, it's an interesting thing. I guess you're gonna have
not their website.
Yeah, well, no, the websites, you can't ever go by the websites anymore.
Yeah, you got to contact them. I'm telling you.
Now you got to call in. You know how long it took me to get Bumblebee on XL? The car didn't even exist. And these people were trying to tell me, well, what is that anyway?
And then
it's wild for me to get the car on.
And then there's a flip side to that, right? Like I knew somebody that drove a I forget what she drove, but it came with an optional third row. So they put XL on her account, and she kept getting XLs, and she had to call them to be like, "Stop! I don't have the third row." So it can go both ways. You have to contact them to let them know this is what I have.
All right. All right. My tip of the week is tune in next week. Tune in next week, because next week we're gonna have a lot more information. Today we got the whole onboarding process with InDrive. Next week we should have several drivers
I have InDrive already. I have InDrive, and they won't let me finish the application
because they're not in your city. So be quiet.
No, wait. Do you have a? Okay, yeah.
You didn't even realize I put him in timeout.
Some of these apps are only working on iPhone versus Android. So.
See, there's something else we got to deal with. Yeah, the Discord's free. Driving to Wealth. Discord's always free.
Always free.
Always free, brother. All right, Eddie, you got something? You got something, Eddie?
Hopefully I can show it. Hopefully.
Why? Why do you want to?
I don't know. I've been my screen has been every time I try to share it, it doesn't. Oh, there it is. Okay, it is showing up. Okay.
I don't see nothing.
Oh, I saw it pop up. Whoa.
Start going over the week?
Now it didn't pop up.
Okay, no, it's not working. Plus, you're double echoing everybody. All right. So, anyway, with that being said, we appreciate everybody showing up tonight. This is the Rideshare Garage. We are here every Wednesday night. Please, please, please hit the like, share, subscribe, yada, yada, yada. Y'all know the housekeeping. We got all these drivers here that are putting it on for you guys. And, we enjoy being here. We enjoy having you with us. With that being said, hit the Discord. For the rest of y'all, see y'all in the morning with Eddie and Vinny. We'll see you Sunday for the Sunday Pivot podcast. If you have not attended a Sunday Pivot podcast yet, if you're not doing anything Tuesday and Sundays, you might want to come through. Right now, we're doing a whole series on YouTube channels and YouTubers and how to get yourself going on YouTube. So if that's something you want to do, make sure you check us out Sundays at 2:00. All right. With that being said, anybody got anything? Eddie, you got anything?
Yep. Just let me play my video. That's it. It's funny.
This might get us demonetized. This might get you demonetized. I'm just saying.
No, not this one. This one's really funny. This one's really
Is this our
funny.
going home video?
What the hell?
Is this our going home video?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, then bring it up. Bring it up. I'll start the music, and we're gonna say goodbye to everybody. Come on, Eddie, bring it up already. Get it up, bro.
Get it up.
All right. Here we go. And what the hell, bro? It's gonna be over.
Oh, hell no.
What the fuck?
Guys, got it. White. He's got to be. Got it. Oh,